Shout out to DJ G. I see you, bro. Says ready for the game. I'm ready for the game too. Shout out to you guys as we prepare to get started. Saturday night football. Bengals, Steelers. Shout out to you guys for rocking with us. Make sure you hit that like, hit that thumbs up. And of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure that you do subscribe. Click that bell, turn on your notifications so you don't miss a stream. Shout out to the Wrench Gang. Shout out to the family, all the listeners, all the watchers. As for next week, if you did not catch the community post, the morning show will start tomorrow. I'm sorry, not tomorrow. Monday morning. Tomorrow we got more football, week 18. The morning show will start on Monday morning, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard. Sports, trending news, all kinds of good stuff. So make sure you guys are here for that. So yeah, it's going to be great. I'm excited for it. We're almost done with the season, week 18. And tonight, obviously, we got your Bengals and the Steelers. The Ravens just won. They just beat the Browns, so they've locked up the AFC North. But the Bengals are in a situation tonight where they have to win to keep their playoff hopes alive. Now, obviously, two more things have to happen tomorrow for them to get in. The Broncos have to lose as well as Miami. But that's where the Bengals are. Obviously, Steelers are 10-6. So, this is still an important game for them as well. But it's definitely more important for the Bengals. Now, the Bengals are favored by 2.5 at home. And, of course, those are that is your spread. Shout out to you guys. What up, Tactical? I see you, bro. Let's go. Dale says, Saludos J, making fish tacos for this game. Fish tacos, okay. All right, I like it. A little bit of lime. I see you, bro. Let's go. What are we at? 15 likes. Let's go ahead and hit that like, hit that thumbs up, y'all. Let's get to that 100 before kickoff. Let's make it happen. Base player says, thank God this Brown season is over. Listen, I'm trying. I don't want to bring the negativity over. I just want to keep things positive. That was I thought Bailey Zappi was going to come out and do something, right? I'm not saying the Browns are going to win, but I thought Bailey Zappi would come out and do something, and it just did not happen. So there you go. Shout out to Easton. What up, man? Good to see you. Shout out to you, Patty. Good to see you, Patty. Says, hey, Jay, hoping the Steelers win. We'll see. I think it's going to be a good one. For sure. Shantae, what up? Good to see you. Jeffrey in the building. What up, Jeffrey? Philippines in the house. Go Bills. Let's go. This is an interesting one for sure. We know that the Bengals have a very, very strange defense, right? Sometimes they're clicking. Most of the times they haven't been. So Joe Burrow has had to will these final games and, the latter part of this season. It's kind of been the theme, I want to say, weirdly in the last 3 seasons for Joe Burrow. I mean, have a slow start, then kind of get things together towards the end of the season. Unfortunately for the Bengals, this season is, maybe too little too late. But hey, there is a slim chance, there's a slim opportunity as far as the Bengals getting in. It's a low percentage, but it's still a percentage. It's very, very possible. They can get a win tonight, and then obviously, they would need the Broncos to lose as well as Miami. Hey, we know that. The league knows that. I'm sure Vegas knows that as well. So we'll just see how things go. King Jace, what up? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. So yeah, I think it's definitely one of those situations where, the Bengals are obviously fighting for a chance and the stars just have to align. So we'll see. It all starts tonight. ladies and gentlemen. It all starts tonight as we're preparing here for kickoff momentarily. Shout out to you, Alexa. Good to see you. Good to see you on a Saturday night. It's kind of weird to be streaming on Saturday. We do Sunday, Thursday, Monday. But Saturday is kind of, hey, I'm here for it. I love it. I'm with it. A little Saturday night. Then we'll be back at it tomorrow at 1 p.m., obviously, with the Bills and the Patriots. But yeah, let's go. Shout out to you, Alexa. Good to see you. Good to see you. As far as the votes go, what are we at? We're currently at 55% for the Bengals, holding it down out of 44 votes. So, okay, Bengals fans, I see you. See you guys. 20 likes. Let's keep it going. Let's try to get to that 100. Shout out to you guys as we keep it going. Mark in the house says Kitty Cats are done. Go Steelers. We'll see. Listen, I think it's going to be a good one. I think it may be a shootout. We know, like I said, the Bengals have the issue with the defense, but Joe Burrow's been finding a way to will his team to a victory, and all the chips are on the table for sure. Bass player says, I'm positive the Browns were awful this season. Looking forward to your new show, Rock on Jay. Shout out to you, bass player. Yeah, it's going to be great. I'm excited for it. We're starting that Monday morning, and yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun for sure. DJ Gene, good evening, bro. Saturday streams are wild. Normally, when we get into playoff territory, it's schedule changes and things get all weird. Like some people's like football on a Saturday. I want to enjoy my Saturday. I'll watch football tomorrow. So I get it. But I think this is an important game. So I wanted to be here with y'all tonight. Also, Happy New Year. If I did not see you or talk to you since last year, Happy New Year to you guys as well. Welcome to 2025. It started off very interesting, which, we'll get into all that Monday. Even sports-wise, for sure. So we're getting through the pregame announcements and all that good stuff as we prepare for kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel, shout out to you, bro. NNM says that is hard. Well, they got the fireworks going off and all that good stuff, which is, it's really interesting. I think, this is a big event, right? You're ending week 18. You got the fireworks, you got the singing, you got the you got a lot going on for sure. Jason Bills fans says, hey, Jace, sorry, been a while. Hello. Shout out to you, man. Good to see you. Welcome. Shout out to you guys. Yeah, like I said, for me, I think in this game, I don't think it's going to be a clear-cut game for the Bengals nor the Steelers. I think both sides, have their strengths and weaknesses. Obviously, Steelers defense may be a deciding factor in this game. But if Joe Burrow can get going and get that chemistry flowing with this offense, it could become a real problem. And so then you're asking yourself, can Russell Wilson keep up with Joe Burrow offensively? So I think that's that's the question. 13 seconds. Well, I mean, what do you want me to say about it? What do you want me to do? I don't know. Shout out to you, Bills, babe. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. 13 seconds. When I hear that, I don't get mad. I don't get upset. I don't really feel anything about it. I do think back to when it happened and, how Stephon Diggs was standing out there on that field. But in the end, I don't really think too much of it. I know some people, triggers them and they clutch the pearls and they relive the moment. But me personally, whenever someone says that or I see something about it, I'm like, oh yeah, Stephon Diggs was standing out there looking at the other team moving on to the Super Bowl. So, notice I said I see Stephon Diggs standing out there. Let's go, everybody. We're getting ready for these Bengals and these Steelers. Like I said, it's going to be a great time. We got the flag counter up. What are we doing? Over, under 25? Over, under 25? I think that's what we'll do. Over, under 25 flags for this game. Blind Face says, hey, how's your day going? Just came in to listen for a second, then my phone died, so I'm here now. Shout out to you, Blind Face. Let's go Steelers. I see you, bro. Frederica in the building. What's up, Frederica? Says, what's good, Jay and the Wrench Gang? How about my Ravens? I owe you a super chat for that dub. I'm working on it. Let's go, Frederica. Good to see you. Good to see you. Ravens, they doing them Ravens things. They're doing them Ravens things. I can't deny it. There's another topic that I definitely wanted to bring up, but we'll bring it up on Monday. The MVP discussion. I think it's really wild that we're having this kind of like back and forth thing when it comes to the MVP and, between Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. Now, they both are phenomenal and they're both probably having, the best seasons in respective to their team. Shout out to you, Frederica, coming through with the $20 super chat, ladies and gentlemen. Let me, where are we at here? Hold on. Oh, there we go. All right. There we go. Shout out to you, Frederica. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the $20 super chat. I appreciate you. So, there's been a lot of people going back and forth as far as, these two, and it's been kind of wild. Just from a point of understanding stats and things like that. And it's like, well, it's not all about stats. We know that. There's a lot more that goes into it, and I think that's something that we'll have to talk about on Monday. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have kickoff as the Bengals will get it here first and bring it all the way down to about the 28, it looks like, and that's where they will start here, 1st and 10. Shout out to you guys. Let's go. Deborah says, go Bengals. All right. 46 degrees here in Tampa, doing my barbecue and listening to you. Time well spent. It's 46 degrees in Tampa. That's crazy. All right, here we go. 1st and 10, Joe Burrow and company as we have motion. Steelers showing a blitz. They bring it, and that's going to be a no-gain run for Herbert as he tries to get it going. It's going to lead to a 2nd and 10. Blind Faces, Happy New Year to everyone who did. Who do you think might go to the Super Bowl this year? I would like to see the Texans in the Super Bowl. There's a lot. I mean, we know what we want to see, but there's a lot of what everyone supposes it will be. But the way the AFC is looking as well as the NFC, I think it's up for grabs for any one of those teams for sure. But here we go. 2nd and 10. High snap. Burrow looking, throws left side. That's going to be caught. Plenty of space. And this will be Gesicki picking up 12 yards on the catch. 1st and 10 for these Bengals as they get down to the 39. Father Time, what up, man? What's going on with you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Chris Hall in the house is what up, Jay? Happy New Year to you and your family. Happy New Year to you and yours as well. Happy New Year to everyone listening. Shout out to you guys. Here we go. 1st and 10 for these Bengals at the 39 as Gesicki motions. 10 seconds on the play clock. Burrow back in the shotgun. Steelers showing a 4-man rush. They bring it. Quick throw right side. This is going to be caught. And that will be a catch. That's going to be Higgins reeling it in. That's going to lead to another 1st down, 11 yards on the catch. Robert, what up, man? Says, I really think the Bills are the only team that can stop the three-peat, but that's going to be a tough feat to accomplish. I think the problem is you got to get through Baltimore. You got to get through Baltimore, and then you got to go do it again against the Chiefs. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for the Bills if they can do it. Here we go. 2nd and 1. They're going to say he was behind that line. 2nd and 1, 5 seconds on the play clock. Burrow, quick throw, and that's going to be on a slant. Nice pickup for Gesicki. That's going to be 16 yards, and he's really started to show up for Joe Burrow in these later weeks here. 16 yards in the pickup. That's going to be another 1st down here for those Bengals. This is a quick course of antibiotics. Should clear up that Gesicki. That's a good one. That is a good one. 1st and 10 for these Bengals here. They're at the 36 on the Steelers side. 10 seconds on the play clock. Steelers showing the blitz. No, they bring 4, and that's going to be a run on the left side here. Pickup of maybe 5 as Herbert gets it going. 2nd and 5. Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes have not lost in the playoffs in the last 2 years. Well, I mean, listen, I don't think you can discredit Andy Reid at all for everything that he's done with this, this team and how he's changed this whole organization. And then, Patrick Mahomes being as talented as he is, the question is, whether or not there's going to be a defense in the playoffs that can stop him. Because when Patrick Mahomes turns on playoff mode, you have to play at your best. And I think any team that goes up against Kansas City in the divisional, as well as a championship, understands that you have to have as little mistakes as possible playing against that team. And I think that's that's something that has to be paid attention to. But that all comes down to coaching as well. So here we go, 3rd and 1 for these Bengals as we have motion by Chase. Burrow takes a snap, quick throw, left side. That's going to be caught and diving. As this is going to be a great pickup here. 1st down by Jamar Chase. TPP says, I hope the Steelers don't make me Gesicki again. Jalen Latimer says, I hate Kansas City Chiefs. Well, there's a lot of people that hate the Chiefs. You know what it reminds me of? It's almost like history repeating itself. There were people that truly, truly hated the New England Patriots. And, I think that's something that happens with every dynasty out there. Every dynasty creates, people who hate them. And I think that's the name of the game. People hate the winners. As Burrow goes back to Chase here for a 7-yard pickup. It's now going to be 2nd and 3 at the Steelers 12. Shout out to you, yo. What do we at as far as likes? We're at 46 likes. We need 4 more to get to 50. We need 54 to get to that 100. So make sure you guys hit that like, hit that thumbs up as we're at 2nd and 3 here for these Bengals. Gesicki on the motion. Steelers bring the blitz this time. Quick throw, end zone. That's going to be caught. Jamar Chase, touchdown. And that is going to be your Bengals striking first. 12-yard touchdown by Jamar Chase right down the seam. Joe Burrow making it look easy, marching down the field against this Steelers defense. So Bengals will strike first, and the score will be 7-0 pending the extra point. And Bengals starting it off early. Says, I love how many people hate on KC. That's a trademark of a great team. I agree. As I think at the end of the day, when, like I said, when you have a dynasty and when you have a team that consistently wins, it kind of creates, that atmosphere, and it brings in, a lot of people who aren't going to like it, right? It's not their team. It's not their favorite team. Their favorite team is getting beat by this team. So that leads to the hatred. And then obviously you get into the point of, okay, I'm not going to do it, but I'll say, there's certain things and certain, stuff that gets put out there. And that also amplifies the fact, right? Well, I don't like how, this team's getting treated by the officials, and I don't like this individual for being associated with this team now. And, I think that kind of creates that atmosphere, if there was true parity in the league and you seen a different team win the Super Bowl every year, then you obviously probably wouldn't feel that way, right? But when you see a team in the Super Bowl, 3-4 times out of, a 5-6 year period, it starts to be like, man, why can't my team win? That's just the reality of it. Jalen says, I'm watching the Texans game tomorrow. Shout out to you, bro. Bills Vase says, I am an appreciator of the game of football, but I'm a fan of the Bills. Shout out to you. That's without a doubt. I mean, I think there's a lot of people who obviously feel the same way, right? They're a fan of football in general. They respect, great talent, great players, and the legacies that, they leave in the game. But obviously they have their favorite team, and I'm kind of the same way. I definitely love the game of football. I respect anyone who steps out on that field. Obviously we have our opinions and things like that, but at the end of the day, It is what it is. So shout out to you guys though. Let's go, y'all. We're in a quick timeout commercial break here as the Bengals strike first. It's 7-0 with 9 minutes and 41 seconds left in this first quarter. As far as the votes go, we're at 90 votes, 58% for the Bengals, holding it down. We're also at 53 likes. We need 47 more to get to that 100. So let's keep it going as the Steelers will get the ball up next, and we'll see what they can do. Shout out to Jesse. What up? Says, who do you want to play? I'd rather Steelers, but Joe Burrow is scary. They're Dr. Jekyll and Hyde team. Yeah. No, I agree. I don't think anybody in the AFC wants the Bengals to make the playoffs because you understand what that brings and how Joe Burrow can turn it up. If he can get to the postseason. So I think a lot of teams are definitely, looking at it like we hope they don't win and get in, because if they do, that's definitely going to lead to a whole new set of problems for some of these coaches for sure. But here we go. Bengals will send it back to the Steelers with 9 minutes and 49 seconds left in this first quarter. It says buffalo or hot honey, blue cheese or sriracha. I'm fine with buffalo or hot honey, but it's still got to go with the blue cheese. Here we go. As the Bengals will send it to the Steelers. And it looks like this is going to be not in the kicking zone, so it's going to be a flag. So that is our first flag of the game. So what do we got? We got the over under 25 flags. Drop in the chat. What do you guys think? Are we going over or under those 25 flags as the Steelers would get started here 1st and 10? Ryan says tough road ahead for sure. Yeah, that's without a doubt. But, a lot needs to happen before we get to the playoffs. So who knows? Maybe the storyline isn't what everyone thinks, that it's going to be. So what are we doing? Why is there a stoppage in play here? What's going on? All right, so they did not spot the ball where it should be. Okay. All right, so we're at the 40 after the penalty. 1st and 10 for the Steelers as we have motion by Harris. Bengals showing a blitz, and that's going to be a run right side by Harris. Will pick up about 4 yards. It's going to lead to a 2nd and 6. Shout out to you, Philip. Philip says under. Okay. What's our flag record? Well, last week we had 27. We had 27 flags. Jason Bills fans says MVP, I think, should be Josh, because if you look at where we were ruled out of playoffs this year, and I agree, Lamar's playing great, but I look at who he has around him and who Josh has around him, he did more. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing, though. I don't discredit Lamar Jackson at all because of everything that he's been able to do as far as even in his, from his career and coming back from the injury and, things like that. And I think he was one of the quarterbacks that I watched get paid and go out there and ball, right? We've seen so many quarterbacks get the bag and then obviously either didn't play or something crazy happened or they got injured. And it was kind of like, all right, you just got all this money and did do nothing. He got paid and went out there and showed his worth and his value. And so, that's a huge reason why I respect Lamar Jackson, because he still put everything out there on the field to put his team in a good position. So here we go, 3rd and 7 as Russell looking in trouble. He's going to go down, and that is a sack. Huge loss for these Steelers, and that's going to be a 3 and out after Wilson takes a 9-yard sack. Says they'll get 100 flags. 100 flags. That's crazy. It's going to be 4th and 16, leading to the Steelers punting the ball back to the Bengals. So, back to Lamar and obviously, the MVP situation. I think it's very close. But the problem that I foresee as far as who, who's the runner up, right? I think you do put Allen ahead of him because Allen has basically played at an MVP level throughout the whole season. And we didn't really start talking about Lamar being MVP until after Josh Allen lost in that game to the Rams, right? If you go back and notice, look at the MVP conversation before the Rams lost or the Bills lost to the Rams and then after it. And then obviously you'll start to see a shift in the conversation because of, Lamar Jackson picking up steam. But, I think that loss kind of triggered, people thinking that, well, even though he did everything on the field against the Rams, it wasn't enough and they still lost. So, it's like I said, I do think that Allen is the front runner, but Lamar is right behind him, without a doubt. So, quick timeout, commercial break, as the Bengals will get the ball back on the punt. They'll have it at their 33, 1st and 10. Allen MVP now. Mandy says no Burrow. Listen, I would actually agree with you, Mandy. I would. If the Bengals weren't 8-8 and they actually had a clear shot in the playoffs, I would probably say that Burrow would most likely be in that conversation, without a doubt. He's put up solid numbers. He's had a hell of a year. The problem is that record. And so that's the reality of it. Shout out to you, George. What up, man? What's going on with you? Tyrone says Lamar and the Ravens were 0-2, without a doubt. But if you look at the Ravens team, those guys are great. They're talented. You kind of knew and understood as far as what Lamar Jackson, had in the bag. The Bills coming into this season, a lot of people wrote them off and didn't really think that Allen would be able to figure out with this squad, and he did. And that's a huge difference as far as why we look at or why we kind of give Josh Allen the edge when it comes to the MVP conversation. That's just the reality of it. Shout out to you, Grace. What up, yo? Good to see you. What up, Fred Lucky? Good to see you, bro. Vito coming through with the $2 super chat. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Says, what it do, my man, JR. Let's go. Good to see you, bro. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for these Bengals. 10 seconds on the play clock. Burrow takes a snap, quick throw, left side, going back to, no, not the well. That is Grandy. That's going to be Grandy picking up 9 yards as it leads to 2nd and 1. Bengals get to their 42. Nathan says the league will give the game to the Saints due to what happened. All right. All right. 2nd and 1. I mean, it is an interesting way of thinking about it. They'll go to the handoff here. Cuts left side. No gain. Actually, a loss of a yard by Herbert as they have not been able to really get the run going. That's going to lead to 3rd and 2 for these Bengals. Shout out to you guys. We're at 64 likes. Still trying to get to that 100. We need 36 more likes, 36 more thumbs up. So make sure you guys hit that like button. I appreciate you guys. Darth, what up, man? Good to see you. Saturday night football vibes. 3rd and 2 for these Bengals. 5 seconds on the play clock. Steelers showing the blitz. Burrow takes a snap, pressure, quick throw, and that's going to be caught. And this will lead to a 1st and 10. Quick pass, got rid of it. And Bengals are starting to march again. Coming off that line, J.J. Watt fighting, unable to get to Burrow. This line doing just enough to give Burrow all the time that he needs as Gesicki picks up another 5 yards in the play. And now we're approaching the 6-minute mark here in this first quarter. Here we go. 1st and 10. And this is going to be a play fake. Burrow rolls right, looking, has all the time, throws short, and this is going to be caught by Higgins. And that's going to be another first down, 11 yards in the play, 1st and 10 now. On the Steelers side at the 43. Shout out to Brandon Joshua for liking the stream. I appreciate you, bro. Welcome. Shout out to Richard as well. I see you, bro. Thank you for the love and support. Let's go. So pickup of 11 yards for Higgins. And now the Bengals are back in Steeler territory. 5 minutes left in the game clock. 10 seconds on the play clock. Burrow. This is going to lead to a handoff here. Nice move, picking up 8 on the run. It's going to be 2nd and 2 for these Bengals. Reverend Charles, what up, though? What's going on with you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Jerusalem Esparza, what up? What's going on with you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Saturday vibes. I see you guys coming out tonight. Let's go. 2nd and 2 as the Bengals are now at the 35. Good show of offense work in this. Steelers defense really hasn't had an opportunity to, get to Burrow, get a good stop. But here we go. 2nd and 2. Burrow takes the snap. Pressure. Quick throw. Left side now. This is going to be caught. They'll be just short of the first down. That's going to be Herbert reeling it in. And this will lead to 3rd and 1. Fuentes, what up, man? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all of you guys. Let's go. Vito says, where's this fearsome Steeler D I heard rumors about? They haven't really done much as far as, bringing the pressure to Joe Burrow. So, I think Joe Burrow is playing efficient football right now. He's not forcing anything. And, that's going to be a big thing for these Steelers is getting to stop as they go back to the run here, picks up about 5. And this would be another first down for your Bengals. 4 yards by Herbert. They'll get to the Steelers 30, 1st and 10. Happy 2025. Yeah, man. Priscilla, what up? Good to see you, Priscilla. Good to see you. Always. 1st and 10 for the Bengals. They're at the Steelers 30. We're at 3 minutes and 24 seconds on the clock and rolling in this first quarter. Bengals making it look easy. Tonight. Marching right down the field, looking to try and add to this score as Burrow just checks it down here. And this is going to be caught by Herbert. Another 5, maybe 6 yard pickup. 2nd down. Deuce says Joe for MVP. I agree. If the record was an 8-8. Robert says, those Ravens finally beat the Browns in 4 attempts. What makes you think the Ravens won't choke again in the playoffs? Robert's throwing out fighting words. Yeah. We could talk about it. 2nd and 5. Here we go. 10 seconds on the play clock. Burrow looking to get down the field here as this is going to be a play fake. Throws right side to Gesicki in the flat, and that's going to be no gain, maybe a loss of a yard. There's also a flag down on the field, so we'll have to see what this is for. Shout out to you, I'm you. Shout out to you. I think the Ravens, the Ravens in the playoffs are definitely a conversation, right? It's definitely a conversation. And I think when you look at the addition of Derrick Henry, I think that takes a lot of the pressure off of Lamar Jackson in the playoffs. So when we talk about past playoff performance with Lamar Jackson, you have to look at it very different because of, the factor of Derrick Henry now. And I think Harbaugh is starting to include Derrick Henry in the passing. So that's going to open up a lot of doors as far as, different scenarios and different schemes for that offense. And that's going to be a problem for the defense in the playoffs. As Burrow loses the ball, he gets popped. They finally bring the pressure and Joe Burrow gets hit. And that looks like it may have been a fumble, but the Bengals will recover it and will end up kicking a field goal. Maybe one reason why they won't choke is Derrick Henry. You took the words out of my mouth. Yeah, without a doubt. I think looking back at Lamar Jackson's history as far as in the playoffs, it's kind of a moot point right now because he didn't have, a superstar running back or someone back there that, carried so much weight like Derrick Henry does. And so that's a lot of pressure off of Lamar when it comes to the playoffs because you have that other option. Now, you still got to go out there and play your best ball 100%, but it does alleviate a lot of the workload, and it keeps him from running as much because he has that extra option. And so that leads to him not being as fatigued, him not putting his body on the line as much. And if you've noticed, I would say over the last 4 to 5 weeks, Lamar Jackson's arm has vastly changed. He's more accurate now. He's a little better with the deep ball. So I think Derrick Henry coming in made him more of a pocket passer than just being a running quarterback. So I think it's going to be very interesting for sure. For sure. Shout out to you guys. We're at 103 viewers, 76 likes. We're 24 away from that 100. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit that thumbs up. We are 24 away from hitting that 100. Shout out to you guys for showing the love. My old lady just said, listen to me. I looked at her and said, listen to B. She was like, what? Listen to B. Dude says Jamar Chase MVP. I mean, if you're going to say that, then you got to put Saquon Barkley back in the conversation, right? I think that's the reality of it too, if you're going to do that. And with the Derrick Henry, the Ravens can use more ball control and eat up that clock. I'll tell you right now, I don't think we're going to see all the scoring that we did in the regular season and the postseason. I think we're going to see a lot of clock management. We're going to see a lot of low-scoring games, and that's going to probably be the narrative in the postseason leading up to the Super Bowl. And I say that because we obviously know that a lot of these defenses are going to change up. The game plans are going to be wildly different, and we're getting to the point of championship football. So I don't think we're going to see. I mean, I could be wrong. We know that. But I don't think we're going to see 80-point games. I just don't think it's going to happen. I could be wrong, but I mean, that would just mean that nobody's playing defense if we see an 80-point game in the playoffs. So from where I'm sitting, I think it's going to be low-scoring games, down to the wire situations, and that's where, your playmakers are going to have to step up and be the ones to make that one or two plays that changes the game. So, but here we go. Kickoff back to the Steelers after the field goal by the Bengals is 10-0. And they will start here at about the 27, 1st and 10. Saquon MVP, question mark? Yeah. I think if Saquon would have played in week 18, because they said that he's not going to play, he would have broke Eric Dickerson's record. And so that puts him in the conversation for MVP for sure. That's a huge record. I don't care about it being 16, 17, 14, 15, 16, 17 games. I don't care about it. What I look at is the record being broken and the amount of carries that it's taken. He's done it in less carries, so I think that holds more weight than the amount of weeks, to be honest. So, yeah, I think you do put Saquon in that conversation, considering that he did have an opportunity to break the record. As Harris is going to get 11 yards here, pick up the first down for the Steelers. They'll get to the 37. Says Brock Bowers has to be Rookie of the Year. Yeah. I like it. I mean, you're also looking at Jaden Daniels, though. There's a lot going into that. But I think it'd be neck and neck for sure. Quick toss left side here. They go back to Harris, tries to cut back in, and he goes nowhere. That's a loss of about a yard, as this leads to 2nd and 11. It's like a 5-second slow mode. Shout out to you, Reverend. Like 5 seconds. It's to stop the bots. If we don't have any, I probably shouldn't say it because Knock on wood. If we don't have any by second quarter, I'll open it up. But here we go. 2nd and 11, 8 seconds on the play clock here. Play fake, and this is just going to be thrown away. Incomplete. 3rd and 11. Shout out to Caden. Let's go. Shout out to you, Caden. Lenny, what up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Shout out to you, Tom. What's up, man? What's going on with you? 30, no, it's 5 seconds. But we'll fix it. But if the bots show up, then we'll have to readjust it because bots get crazy, y'all. Y'all know. The wrench gang know. The regulars know. It can get crazy sometimes. So here we go. 3rd and 11, 2 seconds left in the first quarter here as Russell takes a snap. Pressure, high throw, going for it all. That is going to be caught. Did he bring it in? They're going to say it's a catch. That is 26 yards for Williams, right on the edge, 50-50 ball, toe tap, and that's going to be a huge throw by Russell and an amazing catch by Williams with the concentration for 26 yards, and this will lead to a 1st and 10 at the Bengals 38, and that is how you end the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Ward says, Jay, what's the red line in front of my name? I'm not sure. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see a red line. It'd be something on your phone. Just wipe your screen. Wipe your screen. Says Bo Nix fell off. I think it goes to Daniels Rookie of the Year. Yeah. You know what? I think we'll have to break down. We'll have to break down their stats. You know, maybe we'll cover that next week too. During one of the morning shows, we'll cover Rookie of the Year. Who we think will make it. I think that'd be a good conversation. For sure. For sure. Dude says Daniels MVP. No. Maybe Rookie of the Year, but not MVP. Not at all. Now we're just saying some crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. So we're in a quick timeout commercial break. Yo, Mo Hammond, what up, bro? I see you. It says Lamar Jackson for MV3. All right. Trying to go for that three-peat as well. I mean, listen, I'm not denying that it can't happen because it can. I just think, like I said, I think Allen has the edge just because of what he had to use to get to where the point he is. So Bowers probably won't get it because he's on a losing team. He's broke a lot of records. Right. And so it's weird how that works, right? Or it's actually funny how it works because I think Joe Burrow's in the same kind of situation. Joe Burrow probably would be MVP considering his stats in the year that he's having, but because the team's 8-8 and they potentially might not make the playoffs, he's not even in the conversation, not even up for consideration for MVP. So, you know, it's how things work. It's how things work. A co-MVP? No. I think there's the MVP and then obviously, you know, Offensive Player of the Year. I think those are the two awards that, you know, you have an opportunity to win, and that's where it should stand. That's where it should stand. I heard a commentator suggest that the refs need to have post-game press conferences just like the coaches do. What are your thoughts? I think it can bring good checks and balances. They'll never let that happen. I'll get to that in a second, though. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Steelers. Run up the gut, as it's going to be 4 yards for Warren. And this will be 2nd and 6 as the Steelers gets to the Bengals 35. Yeah, Reverend, they'll never have the refs hop up on a podium and speak to the general public, let alone be questioned by the press and the media. It won't happen. And the reason why it won't happen is because the press and the media already berate players and coaches. Imagine the questions and imagine the frustration that would be displayed by the press to refs on a podium and some of the answers they would have to explain and or come up with and some of the questions that they would have to answer. It would be a nightmare. It would be a nightmare, and it would lead to a lot of It'll be a big mess for sure. It'll be a big mess without a doubt. So here we go. Another run here for the Steelers as Warren picks up a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 5 at the Bengals 34. But that's a great topic. That is definitely a great topic. I definitely want to dig into that a little more. 3rd and 5 here as Russell looking, throws on the slant, incomplete. Do we have a flag? And we do. And we do. And we'll have to see what this is for here. Actually, we're behind on the flag counter. We're at 3 flags now. Yeah, this is going to be the 3rd flag of the game. As it looks like this is going to be pass interference on the Bengals, and that's going to give the Steelers a first down. He said the refs would be like next question every time. Yeah, it would definitely it wouldn't go good. Shout out to you, Frederica. Let's go. Celebrate with the Ravens. I see you. Definitely. Be safe out there and have a great time. Here we go. 1st and 10. After the penalty as Harris, nice run right side. And that's going to be a great pickup for another Steelers first down, 11 yards on the carry. Aaron Rodgers, MVP, most vulnerable player. I think he said that he's not going to have to go to a darkness retreat to figure it out for next year. So maybe he's changing things around. Who knows? Refs at a post game would be like Marshawn Lynch. It's like I don't answer questions. Handoff once again as Harris tries to hurdle. He'll get about 4 yards on the run. 2nd and 7 here at the Bengals 15. So now the Steelers are trying to get it together, right? Steelers were having a tough time in the first quarter. They've got a good, strong start here in the second. They've got the run going. Got a nice little couple passes working. So we'll see, is this kind of the direction that they need to go in, right? Little play action, get the run working, get some screens going, and maybe punch it in here. Is it 2nd and 7, 10 seconds on the play clock. Russell takes a snap. They go back to the handoff, and this will be Harris picking up another 9 yards as it'll be 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. Jet Tozer, what up, man? What's going on with you? I'm in the middle here, right? I'm in the middle. I think this is going to be a good one. If I had to put money on the game, if I had to put my chips on the table, I would say Bengals. Just because I think they need it more. But here we go. 3rd and 1, and this is going to be Russ on the keep, and let's see where they spot it. I'm thinking they're going to give it to him, but we'll have to see if they're short. As Wilson will pick up the first down. So there it is. They'll give him the first down. That's going to be 1st and goal at the Bengals 8. As a Buffalo fan, I want Miami to make the playoffs. Sorry, I threw up a little in my mouth. That's so gross. Listen, like I said earlier, there's a lot of teams in the AFC that don't want the Bengals in the playoffs. So they've got to win tonight, and then you need the Broncos to lose and Miami to lose. That's a lot that needs to happen. It can happen, but that's a lot that needs to happen. Here we go. Handoff, right side. Harris tries to hit that edge, picks up maybe a yard. 2nd and goal now at the 7. Pats Production says, will you be streaming the Bills versus Pats game tomorrow? Yes, I will. Shout out to you guys. Make sure that you are here. Russell is in Steelers country. Let's ride mode. It's like Steelers country. Tyrone says need 7. They got to punch it in. They go back to the handoff here. Harris picks up maybe another 2. And so now it's 3rd and goal at about the 6, maybe the 5. At some point, you're picking up short yardage down here. You're not going to settle for a field goal. So you want to punch this in. You're probably looking at, screenplay, get some good blocking, or we might see Wilson try to run it in here for a touchdown. Here we go. 3rd and goal. As we're down to 10 minutes in this second quarter. 10 seconds on the play clock. We have motion as the Bengals looking to bring 4 to step up in the box. Quick throw high on the edge and no flag. Incomplete. There is some contact there, a little, holding left and right. But no flag. Yes, they will. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. And that's going to be defensive pass interference. And that's going to be first and goal at the 1 for the Steelers. Shout out to you, Brian Allen, showing the love, coming through with the $19.60 super chat. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for the love. This is Bills come from the AFL. Let's go. 1960. There's a history lesson for you guys. Shout out to you, Brian. Thank you for the love. I appreciate you, bro. So that is going to be flag number 4. Flag number 4 of the day. We're keeping track, y'all. As Steelers will go back to the handoff. Harris runs it in. That's going to be a touchdown for your Steelers. They will punch it in and try and make this a 3-point game. Score will be 10-7, pinning the extra point with 9 minutes and 54 seconds left in this second quarter. Can the Steelers erase the Bengals' hope for playoffs? Got ourselves a game here. Shout out to you, Dan, since I lived in Louisville, Kentucky for a while, and the closest team was the Bengals. Yeah, I always wondered what was the favorite team for everyone in Kentucky. Like, how does that work? Because there's a couple of teams that they could root for, just because of where they're located. Obviously Tennessee, because that's right there. You obviously got the Bengals, but then you could be like, all right, maybe I'm a New York fan. It's a little bit of your direction there that you could go with as far as being a fan of a football team. So like I said, I've wondered, you could be a New York team fan, or obviously Bengals or Titans. You got some options. You can even go down south. Maybe Atlanta. Possibly Carolina, right? Panthers. All right. Let's go. Prince, what up, yo? Good to see you. So the Steelers are going to win this game for sure. James says, I'm a Kentucky and a Bills fan. Yeah, like I said, I think that's, one state where you have the opportunity to kind of be a fan of who you want to. So says, or the Dolphins. A lot of different options. Tennessee is not a choice for a KY fan. Yeah, maybe you're right. I'm sure there's all different kinds of rivalries that's been going on for a long time state-wise. Carla Tracy, what up, yo? Good to see you. Bills Mafia in the building. Let's go. What are we at? We're at 92 likes. We need 8 more, y'all. 8 more likes, 8 more thumbs up to get to that 100. So make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button. I do appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe, click that bell, turn on your notifications so you don't miss a stream. DJ James says, are you a fan of a certain television show or do you watch what's good? Specific shows, there's a lot for sure. I can go back in the day. There was ER, General Hospital, Sanford and Son, Good Times. You want to talk about like stuff like Game of Thrones, Suits. There's a lot, man. There's a lot. I'm a show and movie fanatic for sure. But here we go. The Steelers strike. Score is now 10-7. So the Bengals will get it back next with 9 minutes and 54 seconds here in this second quarter. Shout out to you, Jason. Let's go. NBA Mama, thank you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. Kickoff here back to the Bengals. They're going to take it all the way down to the 35. No, he's still going. We'll get to the 44. That's a great run back there for the Bengals. Excellent field position as Joe Burrow will trot back out on the field, and we'll get to see what they're able to do on this drive. I almost got in a car crash today. That's not good, man. Hope you're okay. Yeah, that is not good. Day says, Ravens Nation, we run the North. You do. You guys took the North. Shout out to the Ravens fans in the house. Here we go. 1st and 10. Bengals. Burrow takes a snap. They go with the handoff. Right side on the run. That's going to be Herbert picking up maybe 4. But we got a flag down here, and that is probably going to lead or be a hold, and that will lead to our 5th flag of the game. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you, Jet. Bills Mafia. So that's going to be it's going to be on Pittsburgh. That'll be defensive offsides. So it's going to be 5 yards on the play at the 49 here, 1st and 5. Only it took all 18 weeks to do it. Okay. Yeah, that's not good. I mean, I don't really think there's any kind of good car crash. They're all bad. Nobody ever wants to be in one. So here we go, 1st and 5. As Burrow takes a snap, play action, looking, throws high, broken up. Couldn't reel it in. That's going to be incomplete to Losivas as the Bengals are at their 49, 2nd and 5. Refs are brutal again. Well, we got the over-under, right? We got the over-under of 25. People were saying under. We're at 5 now. I mean, we may hit that under. We'll see. Yeah, the morning show is going to be Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard. So make sure you guys are here for it. It's going to be great. Morning show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Here we go. 2nd and 5. 2 seconds on the play clock. Burrow looking, throws left side. That's going to be high. Caught by Gesicki, using that strong body to fight for the 1st down and gets every bit of it. 5 yards in the play. And this will push the Bengals all the way to the Pittsburgh 46. No such thing. Shout out to Destiny. What's up, yo? Good to see you. I only watch games to see them beat each other up. Go Bills. I mean, I think that's why people love football, right? The hits and the good plays, stuff like that, the deep ball. Handoff here, left side. That's going to be a run for about 2 yards for these Bengals. Okay, there we go. Happy birthday, Pat's Prod. Shout out to you, man. I just made some changes here. Happy birthday to you, bro. Let's go. Raider Nation, only nation. Man, what's going to happen? They going to pick up Shador or not? Let me know. 2nd and 8. 10 seconds on the play clock. Burrow back in the shotgun as this is going to be a handoff here. And it's a pickup of maybe 2 more yards. It's now 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6. Raider Nation don't have a homeland. Didn't they say something like Oakland lost all their sports teams? They're like the only city that's lost all of their sports teams. They made like some kind of record. It's kind of crazy. Shout out to you guys. We're 1 away from hitting that 100 likes. Let's keep it going. Make sure you hit that like, hit that thumbs up. As it's now 3rd and 6. Burrow takes a snap, looking, throws left. This is going to be caught. Herbert tries to stretch for it, can't get it, and they're going to be short. It'll be 4th and 1. So let's see how they play it here. You take the points, right? You take the points. Shout out to you, Sarah, for following on Facebook. I appreciate you. As it's now going to be 4th and 1, and they're actually going to go for it. So they're not going to take the points. All right. They're not going to take the points. They said that the Steelers defense, we don't believe in it. 4th and 1 as Burrow looking. Jamar Chase motions. 5 seconds on the play clock. Takes a snap. Quick throw. batted down incomplete. And ladies and gentlemen, that is why you kick the damn ball. What are you doing? You need this victory to go on to the playoffs. Potentially. You take any amount of points you can get. My goodness. Turnover on down, Steelers ball. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Sanders ain't it, Jay? I mean, we'll never really know. Shout out to you, Tom. I appreciate you, man. Are the Bills picking up Crosby from the Raiders? There's been some conversations, but I think he wants too much money. And I'm not sure the Bills can afford it. Yeah, I don't think the Bills can afford it. Shout out to you, Bob. What up, man? Good to see you. Destiny, what up? What's going on with you? Happy Saturday night. Refs are screwing this game up. It was 4th and 1. Like, you got to take the points, man. You're at the 37. Kick the field goal. I don't get it. It says Lions are going to win it all. All right. It says, I heard the A's are going to Vegas of all places. Vegas just took all of Oakland's teams. They're like, just come on over. We'll take care of you. Put you out in this hot sun. Shout out to you, Dan. Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year. Says the A's, they're leaving too. The A's are leaving as well. Yeah. PI call. Yeah, I mean, Listen, we're at 5 flags. We're at 5 flags. Happy New Year to you all. Shout out to each and every one of you. If I have not seen you since last year, Happy New Year to you and your family. And I wish you guys nothing but success, health, prosperity, and a great 2025. If I can give all of you a piece of advice and how I'm moving this year, you got to remove all fear. There's a lot of people in society that want you to be fearful. They want you to be worried and scared about what's going to happen and all this stuff and propaganda. As you can see, everything's fine. It's 2025. And so, like I said, my one piece of advice is to remove fear from your heart. So here we go. 1st and 10 as Russell under center. We have motion. They go with the handoff here, and that's going to be a right side run for about 4 yards as Warren gets it going. It's now 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Shout out to you, Robert. Yeah, man. Without a doubt. Mahomes is taking the day off tomorrow. He's going to need it. He's got to rest that ankle. As they go back to the run here, another pickup, maybe about 3 on the carry. It's now 3rd and 3 for the Steelers. Little snow's coming down. It's looking cold out there in Steeler country. As we're starting to see a little bit of snow come down. We'll see if it accumulates. So here we go, 3rd and 3. As the Bengals bring 5. Quick throw right side, broken up, incomplete. It's now 4th and 3 here. So now the Steelers will have to make a decision, but they're most likely going to punt this here. They're not crazy. They're not crazy. We're under a winter storm warning. Yeah, a lot of people have been. It's kind of weird. Like, we were supposed to get a ton of snow. We didn't get the snow. We just got the cold. It's like super cold. That's the problem. As the Steelers here will punt. And this goes out at about the 13, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like the 13. 1st and 10. So the Steelers punted back to the Bengals. And hey, if you'd have taken the points, it would have been 13-7, and maybe you would have had the ball back. But hey, we'll leave it there. Shout out to you, Brian. Bro. I'm all for it. Dan says Wilson or Rodgers. This is an interesting question. I don't really get stumped by most questions. But this is an interesting one. Wilson or Rodgers? Man. I think I got to go Rodgers. Yeah, I think I got to go Rodgers. I appreciate Russell, and I just don't think he has that edge that Aaron has. And so this is a tough one. But I think I'd have to go Rodgers. So, and it's tough for me to say that because I look at what he has on the Jets offensively and it just hasn't been able to work. And so if you were to take Rodgers and put him on the Steelers, what exactly would happen? Got some crap on my glasses. Like, well, what exactly would happen? It's a good question. We know you got that blue cheese and wings working at halftime. I wish I did. Not tonight. I wish I did though. Maybe tomorrow. We'll get the wings and the blue cheese working. Rodgers over Wilson is wild. What? I want you to think about why I said that. Right? I don't see Wilson throwing no 50-yard bombs to the end zone and people catching them. Right? Rodgers is more of an accurate passer than Wilson. If we go back and look at the stats, I'd be willing to bet that Rodgers has a better year than Wilson. So here we go. 1st and 10 for these Bengals as Burrow has time, all the time in the world, rolls right, still going, and just checks it down here. Gets a nice little pickup of maybe 8 yards. But there's also a flag, so we'll have to see what this one is about. As it looks like this may be on the defense. As it looks like this is going to be an eligible man downfield. Oh, that's going to be on the Bengals. So that's going to bring the Bengals back to the 11. It'll be 1st and 15. 1st and 15. Yes, and then wings will be fried in some new oil. Some new oil. Mark says, I choose the Meteor. If you had to choose between Rodgers and Wilson is the question. 1st and 15. Here we go. 10 seconds on the play clock as Burrow takes a snap, looking and high throw, but it's brought down, bobbled as Herbert reels it back in. That's going to be 4 yards on the catch and run. 2nd and 11 now at the Bengals 15. I think Russell, because he's younger, can scramble. He can, but it's not as fast, right? I look at his ability to scramble is kind of like it's a wash between the accuracy of Aaron Rodgers. Right? So if I had to say, okay, what's the two things that sets them apart? Rodgers' accuracy and Russell Wilson's ability to scramble. So I would want my quarterback to have more accuracy than the ability to run. Right? So Buffalo's going to bring the blue cheese into Boston with new oil. Not that whale oil. Quick toss here over to Jamar Chase for 8 yards. That's going to lead to a 3rd and 3 at the Bengals 23. So here we go. 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in this second quarter as Burrow trying to get back down the field and put some more points on the board. 3 seconds on the play clock. Back in the shotgun. Burrow looking in trouble. Can't get out of it. He goes down. That's going to be a loss of about 7 yards. And this will lead to a punt. 3 and out. Yeah, it's more like a jog for sure. Why didn't you leave your water dripping? Well, I'm assuming you shouldn't do that. That would probably lead to a high water bill. You got to consider the toxic culture on Rodgers, though. I think we're having this conversation from a point of skill set, right? We're not going to say the culture, as this is going to be fumbled. The Steelers fumble the rock and give it right back to the Bengals. Oh my goodness. They fumble on the punt return, and now the Bengals have the ball. Oh my goodness. In prime territory to score with 2 minutes and 46 seconds on the clock. Is that a punch out? Oh, what an amazing punch out. Good special teams for the Bengals. Getting the ball back, making a solid play, and putting this right back in the hands of Burrow. Wow. Yeah. That's another thing too. You definitely in the wintertime, you definitely should leave them dripping so your pipes don't freeze. As if you don't have enough adequate heat in your house. That is a good tip. As this play will be blown dead, and this will lead to a flag, false start. 1st and 15. So that's number 7 on the day. There we go. Just when I gave the Steelers some props, they gave it right up. Ace Boogies is my Broncos fan, so go Steelers. Shout out to you, bro. Sarah says, thanks for doing this. I'm at home and have almost everything but the channels to watch the game. Let's go. Good. Great to have you here, Sarah. Let's go. 1st and 15 for these Bengals as Burrow's back in the shotgun. 10 seconds on the play clock. 2:46 left in this second quarter. Here we go. As the Steelers bring 4. Pressure. Burrow looking. Rolls left. Throws high, and this will be caught. What a catch by Losivas. Twisting catch. Brings it down, and this will be about 12 on the catch. Update the stats. Best quarterback ever. Ugh. I mean, how can you not say Tom Brady? But before him, you would say Joe Montana. Right? As the Bengals are going to run this down, we'll take the 2-minute warning. It's 2nd and 6 at the Steelers 29. I mean, you'd have to say Brady. Best quarterback ever? Yeah, it's got to be Brady. Before him, it's Joe Montana. So, no one wants the Bengals in the playoffs. Listen, if you're in the AFC, you don't want to see the Bengals in the playoffs. That's just the reality of it. Every time I hear the name Lucy, I can't forget when he saw his future self. Interesting. Total holding. 2 guys got the 1 guy by either side. Listen, you expect these refs to see everything? They got one-track minds. They can only see, what's in front of them. They can't see everything. They see all the stuff you don't see, but you see all the stuff they don't. See how that works? If they didn't get caught fighting dogs, Michael Vick? Michael Vick was great. And I think he changed the game for sure. But I can't put him in the GOAT conversation. Right? We talk best quarterback ever. I mean, from an athleticism point, yeah. He was probably the most athletic quarterback in his time. But as far as being the greatest, he was a great quarterback, but he wasn't the greatest. Shout out to you, Polish. Let's go, y'all. That's how to not say Brady. It's Montana. No, it's like I said, it's Brady. Before that, it's Montana. That's the reality of it. So, Leron says Elway all day. You know what? You know what's funny? That's a name that you really don't have people mention much. We know how great and amazing and how inspirational John Elway was on that field. Terrell Davis and all them boys, Sharp. And Elway really doesn't get mentioned a lot. Elway almost reminds me a lot of Jim Kelly when it comes to the conversation as far as, what they've done and contributed to the game. So here we go. 2nd and 6. After the 2-minute warning here for the Bengals as we have motion by Grandy. Burrow takes a snap, quick throw, left side. This is going to be caught. Looks like no gain as Sample reels it in. And this will lead to 3rd and 6. Marino's the best to never win a ring. The best to never. All right. I'll bite. See, now it makes me want to go back and look at stats. Because to say he's the best to never win a ring, that means I got to go back and look at stats. Warren Moon, Cunningham. Yeah, I got to go back and look at stats. The best to win, or the best quarterback to not win a ring, Dan Marino. I'm thinking of someone. We'll talk about it at halftime. Burrow throws here, and that is going to be dropped. No, it's a fumble. That is a fumble, but the Bengals will retain possession, but there's also a flag down on the field. As this will be number 8 on the night. So let's see what the flag is about. Because TJ Watt came through like a rocket, making a strong play for this defensive line. And that's going to be holding on the Steelers. So there's going to be no play. 1st and 10 for the Bengals. I love how they dropped that flag after the fumble. That's wild. That's very wild. They dropped that flag after the fumble, y'all. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Bengals. High snap, handoff, and this will be a run for maybe 4 yards here by Herbert. 2nd and 7. Yeah, it's getting deep now. Rivers? Ooh. Leron says Kelly won 4 straight AFC titles. That beats Marino. Stats wise, it does make sense. But who's got that record, that undefeated record, right? There's a lot that you can put into that conversation as far as the best quarterback who never won a ring. As this is going to be caught here by Chase. This will be a 1st down. There's also another flag down out on the field as there's now some talking going on between Chase and I think Queen here. So they're going to call a false start. Listen, the play was already off and Jamar Chase caught the ball for like 9 yards and they call a false start. Isn't the play normally already dead when they call a false start generally? Wow. Okay. This is interesting for sure. Common sense makes sense. It says per current numbers, Burrow has the best completion percentage of any quarterback in history at 68.4 so far in his career anyway. It's a great stat. I don't think anybody's debating, Joe Burrow is a great quarterback. But I think the conversation goes into, we're talking the best quarterback ever, Super Bowls, stats, impact on the game, changing the game, and that's Tom Brady. So here we go. 2nd and 12. 15 seconds on the play clock. Minute 13 left in the second quarter. And here we go. Burrow takes a snap, looking, throws right side, and this is going to be almost picked off. No, it is. Wow. Burrow throws a pick. It looked like there was a fight for the ball, and it was ripped out, and the Steelers will take it. Wow. What a defensive play. That's absolutely wild. Best way to lose the Super Bowl, Matt Ryan, 28-3. Yeah, that was insane. So Queen bobbled it, and then it was reeled in by Bishop. Wow. What a pick by this Steelers defense. Making plays. Listen, if anybody's going to keep the Steelers in it, it's going to be this defense. It's a hell of an interception for sure. Without a doubt. So that'll take us to a quick little timeout commercial break as we have a minute 8 left in the second quarter. Score is 10-7. Quick little timeout. Shout out to you guys.
I'm floating on the dance floor tonight. Yeah. The feeling in my system feels right. 'Cause I came here to dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance the night away. Dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance the night away. System feels right. 'Cause I came here to dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance the night away. Dance, 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 dance.
All right, so I just quickly pulled up the passing leaders in the NFL, right? List 1 through 20. And obviously, these are going to be some of the common names. But also, on this list, you've got Warren Moon, Fran Tarkenton, Carson Palmer, Vinny Testaverde, and Dan Fouts. And, one other individual that I think gets a lot of hate and not enough recognition is Drew Bledsoe. Drew Bledsoe, to me, was a great quarterback for New England. And obviously he didn't win as much as Brady did, but he was a great decision maker. He had a great IQ, and he had a great arm. And so even after all this time, you got Drew Bledsoe number 19 in this top 1 through 20 as far as the passing leaders. And like I said, there's so many different quarterbacks who are good that you can talk about, or even great that you could put in a conversation as far as great quarterbacks. But when you say the greatest of all time, or when you say the best quarterback in the history of the NFL, it obviously goes to one individual, and that's Tom Brady. So Eli Manning is better than Tom Brady. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10, quick throw, high throw. It's going to be caught here as that is a pickup by Freiermuth for 10 yards. And this will lead to 1st and 10 at the Steelers 38. 49 seconds on the clock in this second quarter. It says you have a lot of pennies that doesn't make sense. All right. I mean, you all right. Have a lot of sense. All right. It says, yeah, but it hurts my soul to say his name. You got to let that hate go. You got to let that hate go. Tom Brady, but Eli Manning was a class act. Yeah. Yeah. I think Eli Manning is kind of overshadowed by Peyton sometimes because of, what Peyton brought to the game of football. But I think at the same time, Eli had his own lane and he's created his own history. So, it's definitely something that can never be taken away from him. So when you look at Tom Brady's record and he has 2 losses in the Super Bowl, you're looking at who did it, and that's Eli Manning. So as this is going to be a run here for a yard, as it looks like Russell's going to pick up that first down. 47 seconds on the clock, and they're going to call a timeout here. Yeah. Steelers will call a timeout, 47 seconds left in the second quarter. So Roger the Dodger. Not the Chitlins. Troy Aikman, yeah, that's, he was another one. Great quarterback. Definitely did amazing things in his time. I think if you go back through each decade of football, you will find 3 to 4 quarterbacks that really stood out. Without a doubt. And then you'll find one that, shined above those 3. Or shine above those 2. And then that's kind of what we've seen throughout history. As they're maybe gonna say it's short. So let's see here. It's close. They're gonna have to measure it. Because it looks like he may be a little short. He didn't extend that ball. If it is there, it's right there. It may be 4th and inches. So we're going to take another quick timeout commercial break. 47 seconds on the clock. Shout out to you guys. As far as the likes, we're currently at 115. The next goal is going to be 150. We need 35 more likes, 35 more thumbs up to get to that 150. So make sure you hit that like, hit that thumbs up. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe, click that bell, turn on your notifications so you don't miss a stream. Brian says, do you think Allen will play tomorrow after 2 possessions? I think he's going to play for the first half. I think they may play him for the first half and then let Trubisky come in for the second. Shout out to Slate and Johnny for liking the stream. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate you. Yeah, there's the scramble. There's the scramble. Steelers will lose to the Texans in the playoffs. Interesting. Okay. Dan, yeah, we're doing the draft. We are doing the draft. I'm excited for that. We got the playoffs. We got the college playoffs coming up, and then we got the championship. We're going to get into that. We'll stream that, so make sure you're here for it. We also got the morning show coming up next week. We're starting that Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., so make sure you are here for it. It's going to be a great time. Sports talk, trending, all that kind of good stuff. It's going to be fun. Then obviously, yeah, we're going to get to the Super Bowl, get through the playoffs, Super Bowl, and then the draft, all that good stuff. So shout out to you, Kay. What up? Elk Hunter in the building. Google must be having a meltdown. It says Zach Wilson, greatest of all time. I literally just said that I don't think Zach Wilson was the problem in New York. I think that organization is a career ruiner. And, I think if you're a quarterback who needs to be developed, you probably should steer clear of the Jets. That's what I'm going to say about Zach Wilson. So 4th and 1, they got to go for it, as Wilson did not get it. There's a lot of discussion going on right now between Tomlin and the refs. And we're going to have to see here what's next. Who do the Bills want to play in the first round, Jay? Well, I think the way it's going to happen is it's probably going to come down to the Ravens. That's what I'm thinking. Or no, Steelers, if I'm not mistaken. Steelers and then the Ravens. That's how I'm thinking it would go, potentially. Depending on if the Bengals get in. It's kind of weird right now. So I don't think we really know until tomorrow. All right, so there's a stoppage in play here. Cincinnati just called a timeout. There's a lot going on. You think the Giants winning, taking away the first pick was good? I mean, from a coaching standpoint and GM standpoint, I think they're looking at it from, a certain. I mean, you got to go back and look at, the trades and look at what kind of picks they have from the trades and all that kind of stuff. So you really just don't know. You really just don't know. But here we go. 4th and 1. Russell under center. As that is going to be a handoff, and I don't think they get it. We'll see where they spot the ball. I'm not sure. They're going to bring the chain gang, but I'm not sure if they got it. They're going to mark this short as, oof. It's right there. It is right there. I'm not sure if they got it. We'll see, though. Steve Largent, one of the greatest wide receivers. All right. That's a name I definitely remember for sure. Broadway Joe. So what are we doing here? So they're going to give him the yard. But there's no, they say it was reversed. I don't know. I don't like how they spot that ball. That is crazy. So they're going to say he didn't get it. Turnover on downs. And this will be Bengals ball at the 37. I don't like it. It does not make sense. All right, but here we go. So Bengals will get another shot at it. 48 seconds on the clock in this second quarter. It's 1st and 10. This is very interesting. Here we go. As Burrow takes a snap, quick throw, low throw, as it looks like Jamar Chase will reel it in. 8 yards in the catch. It's going to be 2nd and 2. 40 seconds on the clock. And I think we'll have another timeout here. Hey, Jay, do you feel better now that we have a new stadium in Buffalo? I feel there was a curse in the old stadium. No. I think the whole curse thing is just hype. It's just hype. The Bills got to the AFC Championship and they lost. After years of not being able to get there, they did it in the same stadium that the curse existed. So I don't believe that. So, but here we go. 2nd and 4, 43 seconds on the clock. This has been the longest 49 seconds I think we've been involved in all season. Burrow looking, checks it down left side. This is going to be caught and just short. Let's see what they mark it here. It looks like they may give it to him. As this will be another Bengals first down. Now 30 seconds on the clock here. 3 reverse calls in a row. that tells you where. Listen, I said that we would, going into the playoffs, especially in the playoffs, we're going to start seeing some of these games like be low scoring games. All the 70 points, 80 points, we're not going to see that in the playoffs. Jerry Rice was the greatest football player hands down. When you want to say wide receivers, I'm fine with that. You're just football player? That's very general, sir. It's very general. Here we go. 1st and 10. Jamar Chase looking as this is going to be thrown high left side as Burrow hits Higgins. Pickup of 18 yards. It's 1st and goal now at the Pittsburgh 9. And the Bengals will use their last timeout, stopping the clock at 31 seconds. Allen MVP, Burrow Offensive Player of the Year. How can you give Burrow that and not Lamar Jackson? I think that's the question if it goes that way. 1st and goal. 4 seconds on the play clock. Burrow looking, steps up, checks it down, incomplete. 2nd and goal. Jerry Rice Stickum. Not the Stickum. That was a different time. Says low man in the backfield and the pitchback, brutal offensive coordinating. Some of these plays aren't making sense for sure. Rex Ryan, new head coach for the Jets. That should fix things. Hey, the man went to the AFC Championship twice. That says something on his resume. 2nd and goal. 5 seconds on the play clock. Burrow takes a snap, looking high, throws, incomplete. 3rd and goal. So now these Bengals are running into a problem in the red zone. They can't punch it in. And at this point, right, you're thinking that Burrow's going to try to find Chase or Higgins, maybe a corner route, and this defensive line batting it down. 3rd and goal. Lester Hayes, y'all going way back. Here we go. 3rd and goal. 5 seconds on the play clock. 21 seconds on the game clock. High throw, incomplete. Jamar Chase on the right side. 16 seconds on the clock. It's now 4th and goal at the 9. And now you're going to kick a field goal, right? Right? Because if you kicked the field goal before, it would have been 13-7. So what do you do here? Do you go for it again? Or are you going to kick the field goal? You're going to kick the field goal and make it 13-7. Should have been 16-7. But hey. Bengals did receive the ball first, so the Steelers will get the ball back after halftime. So kick is up. It is good. And there it is. 16 seconds on the clock. It says Jerry Jones is the curse. Yo, listen. When you own $1 billion franchise and you're Jerry's age, I think it's one of those things where you just want control. You just want control. This is your baby. There's a lot of matured and older people, seasoned people who have to work. And if they don't work, then they feel like they have no purpose. And so I think that's kind of where Jerry Jones is, right? Everyone said, well, Jerry Jones to sell the team or just move on and take a lesser role. I think that's where Jerry Jones is. As unfortunate as it is, I think this is his baby. And, he doesn't know anything else. So there's a lot of things I don't agree with that Jerry Jones says and does. But I understand how he feels about the organization. So here we go. The Bengals will send it back to the Steelers. It's going to be a touchback. They'll take it here at the 31st and 10, and I expect nothing but a kneel, take it to halftime. Jerry had control in the 90s when they won 2. He just had some people around that weren't yes men. And so, yeah, I think that's the difference, right? There's a lot of people that I think he's paying. There's a lot of people he's got on the payroll. And so at the end of the day, those individuals are, they may not have the gall. They may not have the ambition to speak up and say something different at the table. And so when you have a bunch of yes men, that's the kind of situation that you deal with. So, but here we go. Russell looking, and he's going to go down. Why not just kneel? He takes a sack, loses 9 yards. It's now 2nd and 19, and that will take us down to halftime. Shout out to you guys. We're down to halftime and get hydrated, get a quick snack. Score is 13-7, and I'll be back ready with you guys for halftime. Steelers will get the ball when we come back.
I'm floating on the dance floor tonight. Yeah. The feeling in my system feels right. 'Cause I came here to dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance the night away. Dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance the night away. I'm floating on the dance floor tonight. Yeah. The feeling in my system feels right. 'Cause I came here to dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance the night away. Dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance the night away.
right, so it looks like we are definitely heading towards the under for our flag predictions of 25. We're at 9 flags for the game, which is really interesting. I definitely expected more for such a significant game. Score is 13-7 as we prepare for the second half. The Steelers will receive the ball. The Houston Texans fans, what up, yo? What's going on with you? Jonas in the building. Says, I believe if the Bengals sneak into these playoffs, they might be the scariest team to play against. Yeah, there's a lot of teams that would be, well, I mean, not even a lot of teams. I think all the teams in the AFC would be concerned if the Bengals decided to make a last-minute entrance into the playoffs. And so, you know, when you look at that, I think the question is Kansas City willing to let that happen? Right? Is Kansas City willing to just let the Broncos win, which is also a divisional rival for them? And besides, or in to stop Burrow and company. Because, you know, for me, I think the Broncos aren't a slouch either. I don't think, you know, you can sleep on the Broncos. Because Bo Nix is proving that, you know, he's got the heart, he's got the determination to go out there and do something. And even if, you know, the Broncos didn't make it to a championship or a Super Bowl, they could definitely pull out, you know, a first round win. And so then you just look at, you know, if they do, and if Sean Payton can string this thing together, what kind of conversation, you know, you're having then. But hey, I mean, you know, like I said, the Bengals have to win today, and then you still need Denver to lose as well as Miami. And then Miami could, you know, get in, and, you know, that ends the conversation for, you know, the Bengals as well. So I think the problem is if the Bengals get in, it kind of rewrites the whole story or the whole narrative that everybody had going into the playoffs this season. So, you know, it could be one of those fairy tale situations, right, for the Bengals, or it could, you know, the Steelers could just finish them off, and that's the story that's wrote. But without a doubt, I think every team in the AFC is looking at the Bengals like, hey, we don't want to see them in for sure. Shout out to you, Houston Texans fan. Let's go. Happy early birthday. Happy early birthday. Also, shout out to Christopher coming through with the $2 super chat. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the $2 donation, my friend. I appreciate you. Jonas says Denver would have to beat the Chiefs in the first game. Had that field goal, didn't get blocked. Yeah, I mean, technically they had the Chiefs beat. I mean, that's just the reality of it. The Chiefs getting that blocked field goal was definitely lucky. And, you know, those aren't plays that, you know, you make regularly or plays that you see every Sunday. So, you know, but we're not going to take that win away from the Chiefs because they earned it. It's just the reality of it. So here we go. Scores 13-7. And the Bengals will be sending it off to the Steelers as we have kickoff. This will be a touchback. The Steelers will take it from the 31st and 10. To me, I think Denver will beat the backup Chiefs. Yeah, I'm not, you know, unless Carson Wentz has some crazy thing to prove and, you know, these second stringers really want to go out there and ball out and put on a show. I'm just not sure they're going to, you know, they're going to beat the Broncos. But here we go. 1st and 10 for the Steelers as Russell under center. Bengals showing a 4-man rush. 4 seconds on the play clock. Frere move motions, and this is going to be a good Bengals stop by Pratt as he brings down Harris for a loss of 4. It's now 2nd and 14. The Ravens and Steelers don't want to run it again against those Bengals. Yeah, like I said, I agree. Carson Wentz has something to prove that he could be a starting quarterback still. Yeah, and see, that's the problem with these, the last week of the season, right? Maybe somebody steps up that, people weren't really expecting because they want a job or they want a new contract or they're trying to impress other teams or, they're trying to make a name for themselves for next season. And so you just really don't know, and considering it's a divisional rival, I think you do have to put that into the equation as far as, for the Broncos versus the Chiefs. So, are you willing to let your divisional rival just beat up on you? I don't think so. So there's a lot that, we'll probably be discussing tomorrow and talking about for sure. So here we go. 3rd and 8 for these Steelers as Russell back in the shotgun, high throw right side. That's going to be dropped, incomplete as Austin can't reel it in. That's going to be 4th and 8. This will be a 3 and out. And the Steelers will punt it away. What a waste of a possession. You're down. It's a one score game and you just can't move the ball. Austin has to catch that. My big thing is if the ball touches your hands, you got to reel that thing in. But Steelers will punt here. Send it back to the Bengals. This will be taken from the 20. Still going, gets all the way down to about the 36, and that's where the Bengals will start here, 1st and 10. Andy Reid has more tricks up his sleeve. I agree. Without a doubt. Says, who do you think will win the Super Bowl? We're far from there, my friend. We are far from there. Michael, what up, yo? What's going on with you? Says, much love, Jay. Let's go Bengals. Hey, they got the lead. They got the ball back. And we're in the 3rd quarter. They need it. This is one of 3 things that needs to happen for these Bengals to get into the playoffs. So they're trying to check off number 1 tonight. Sorry, Andy's tricks are starting to be shown. Chiefs have won a lot of close games. Had it went the other way, Chiefs could have a Bengals record. They said if you went back and you looked at all the Chiefs game and you basically just reversed ball possession, the Chiefs would have a ridiculous record. It'd be something like 4-13. Don't argue with me about it. Don't debate me about it. Actually go do your research. If the ball was placed in the other team's hand that last possession, the Chiefs lose. All those one possession games. And it's absolutely insane to see that because the Chiefs were once dominant. There wasn't a situation where, they won by 2 or they won by 3. They're winning by a touchdown or 2. And so when you look at that, you say, okay, there are some weaknesses there. There's obviously strengths, but there's definitely some weaknesses that, other teams may be able to exploit come playoff time. But the question that you're asking yourself is, which coach is going to know how to handle it? What coach is going to know how to handle it in the playoffs? How are you going to game plan for that? Shout out to you, Peter. This is Bucks fan here, looking forward to getting more players back from IR for the playoffs. Yeah. Bronx are definitely going to need it. And I think that the biggest issue as far as, that offensive line is the time that Bo Nix is going to need back there to make plays. The playoffs is going to be much faster for Bo Nix. Regular season was great, but I think getting to the playoffs, it's going to be a different level of emotion, different level of feeling. And, the game is definitely going to be a lot faster for him when it comes to the playoffs. So he's going to need some help for sure. 1st and 10 for these Bengals. They're at the 35 here. 10 seconds on the play clock. Burrow takes the snap, play action, drops back, has plenty of time, throws high. This will be caught. Higgins, silent assassin, picks up another big first down for these Bengals as they're now back moving the ball. Says Chiefs, my Chiefs have not broken over 30 this year with 4 other teams. It's crazy. You know, but we talk a lot about, the clock management, things like that. And that's where a lot of the coaches that make it to the playoffs normally excel. So then it turns into a chess match. Who's going to do it better? Right? The best thing that Andy Reid has been able to do all season is make sure that his team had the ball in their hand at the end of the game. That means something, especially in a close game, and especially when you have a superstar quarterback. That means a lot. But here we go, 2nd and 7. As we're down to 12 minutes left in this third quarter, 10 seconds on the play clock. We have motion by Grandy. Burrow takes a snap. Steelers bring 4. Pressure, throws left side. That's going to be caught by Gesicki, and that's another Bengals first down. Tyler Brooks, what up, yo? What's going on with you, bro? Scott Norwood says Bills are a poverty franchise. I'm confused by that because last time I checked, the Bills were worth about $4 billion, right? And I think the most expensive franchise, which is the Cowboys, or the most valuable, is worth about 8. So, I mean, when we consider a poverty franchise, what exactly are we talking about? Didn't the Bills just get a new stadium built? The last time I checked, poverty franchises don't get new stadiums. But here we go. It's now going to be 2nd and 3 after the pickup by Jamar Chase for 7 yards. As no rich history. Well, I mean that's a whole nother story. So when you want to talk about 0-4, you're talking about 4 AFC championships in a row, right? How many teams have done that and been successful? I think that's the conversation that you want to have, as there's going to be a run here for maybe 3 yards, but they will give them the first down. It's a first down for the Bengals. TJ Hanley, what up, yo? Happy New Year. What's going on with you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you're having yourself a new year as well. Dan says, hey, Jay, the other stream I was watching was getting boring. Love you. Shout out to you, man. Listen, you know how we do over here. Always a good time. So 1st and 10 as Grandy motions here. Burrow takes the snap, throws left side. This is going to be called by Chase. Makes a nice move, but will be short of the first down. It's going to be maybe 2nd and 1 after the 9-yard catch. So, yeah, like I said, when we talk about different franchises and the opportunities that they have when it comes to, the playoff scenario, it's very difficult to see how the Bengals will affect things, just from a point of competition in the AFC, because we almost can say, okay, Ravens have a shot, Bills got a shot, Chiefs got a shot, and then you got your lower tier, right? Texans, Broncos, Steelers, right? So how do you break that up exactly when you're talking about Super Bowl predictions? How do you can't really do it. You won't really have an idea until the divisional round. As we have 9 minutes left in this third quarter, quick throw off the blitz, and this will be caught here by Sample, maybe 2 yards in the gain. It's now 2nd and 8 at the Steelers 11. George Travis says, I know misery, as Bills fans have suffered enough. Tom says, if JA17 is poverty, let me be poor. I mean, I get where they're going with that when they see a team as a poverty franchise, but it just doesn't make sense. Maybe if you wanted to say that 15 years ago, but now it just doesn't make sense. Football is a different animal. As 2nd and 8, Burrow throws short. This is going to be caught. Makes some space. Sample trying to get there. He picks up 6 yards, and it's now, Herbert, 6 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. My prediction is Miami ain't going nowhere. Like I said, there is, there's some story to be written somewhere. Somewhere somebody's going to have a story made out of this for sure. For sure. And I'm here for it without a doubt. 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. 10 seconds on the play clock. Burrow calls for motion. As that's going to be Grandy on that right side. Burrow looking in trouble, gets out of it, can't move, and he will get taken down, as that is going to be a huge loss for these Bengals. And he is laying on the field. He is laying on the field, and he looks to be in pain. That is not good at all. Oh, my goodness. Burrow is down on the field, and Taylor is walking out to go check on him. It looks like Hayward landed on Burrow, and I'm not sure if it's that wrist or not, but this does not look good. Injury timeout. Wow. That is not what you want to see right now. The last thing that anyone wants to see is Burrow on the field at this point in the game. Injury timeout. Tactical says, Jay, I feel like y'all's window is wide open. Yeah, the window's open. We were talking about a lot of opportunity, right? Where it's as far as different teams and different schemes and different individuals and superstars and role players stepping up. And so the opportunity that I see as far as for the Bills is there's no one person who the defense is going to be able to sit there and figure out and plan against when it comes to the Bills offense. You know, everyone gets touches, everybody gets fed. And so how do you game plan against that, right? When you can have Shakir run down the field for 40 yards and catch the ball. Davis can get free. He can catch the ball. Obviously, Cook can run. Allen can run. Coleman can catch the ball. He may be a little slower off the line, but guess what? He's working on his hands. I think his hands have gotten much better. And then you've got Cooper in there, right? Cooper in there. He's a team player. Johnson's, there's a lot that, Allen can work with when it comes to the tool bag. And so by the team not having that one individual that they have to rely on, it opens up the door to create confusion. Without a doubt. Shout out to the Coach Plays. What up, man? Good to see you, bro. Happy New Year's to you and your family as well. Shout out to you, bro. Hope you're having a great 2025. So Joe Burrow goes down, and unfortunately he was injured on this play. He's going to be checked out. They're bringing him to the tent right now. In the meantime, it's 4th and 16 at the Pitts 19, and they're most likely going to go ahead and kick a field goal here. It says, we have beat you, maybe not at home, but you must admit we scare your team. Yeah, I mean, you'd think so, right? Keon and Khalil needs to keep training with Molds in off season. Going to be a scary duo. I agree. Once they really, really dial in and get that chemistry going, it's going to be huge for the Bills. Field goal is up, and it is good. So now the score will go to 16. It should have been 19, but it is 16-7 as Burrow will get checked out, and we'll have to see if he is okay moving forward. He got up. He walked off on his own. So like I said, I'm not sure if Hayward maybe landed on his wrist or if it's something else. But he did get up and walked off on his own. So I'm assuming that it may have something to do with that wrist. We know that, is something that he has been playing through and we were told that that would be an issue moving forward, even after it healed. So it's just one of those things. I'm not sure. They'll let us know, and I'll let you guys know when I know. So, but he is in the tent right now being checked out. So Bengals will send it back to the Steelers with 6 minutes and 56 seconds left in this third quarter. And we'll see what Russell can do. Where's Luta? I did call Luta. I did not get a response. It's been a few weeks since I heard from Luta. So if any of you have Luta on speed dial, give her a call, send her a text. Let me know, because I did try to reach out to her. I did not get a response. Lexa was here earlier. And I know that Purple has been busy with the grandchild. So shout out to all of you guys, Lexa, Luta, and Purple. Hope you guys are having a great 2025. Here we go. 1st and 10 for these Steelers. They're at the 30. Bengals with 4 on the rush. As Russell's under center, they go to the handoff, left side, breaking through that gap. And that's going to be 9 yards for Warren here, 2nd and 1. He doesn't want to come out of the game. And see, that's a big problem, right? Because if you are injured and you try to go out there and do too much, that could lead to you having a career-ending injury, and that's something that this franchise doesn't want at all. So, if he is injured, bring in your backup, and hopefully your backup in this defense can, keep holding Pittsburgh to, as little as possible. But 2nd and 1, 4 seconds on the play clock. Russell back under center. They go back to the handoff. Harris now, he picks up 3 yards on the carry, and this leads to a Steelers first down. Shout out to you, Dan. Yeah, 3rd season, bro. 3rd season. Says if they had gotten the extra point after the hypothetical touchdown, it would be 20-7 even. Well, yeah. Yeah. The hypothetical. But they should have took the points. It was 4th and 1. You kicked the field goal at the 37. It's 4th and 1. But here we go. 1st and 10 for the Steelers, as this is going to be Harris trying to hit that right side, and he gets taken down. Gain of 2, as it's now 2nd and 8 at the Steelers 44. Burrow back out looking at the tablet. So he looks to be okay. 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8. Says, so I'd love to see White play when Josh comes out. So is that who's going to play tomorrow? It's not going to be Trubisky. They're going to put in Mike White. 2nd and 8. 8 seconds on the play clock. Russell back under center. Harris in the backfield. As Russell drops back in trouble, throws high, just gets rid of it. And this will lead to 3rd and 8. So many teams leave points on the field. And I've noticed that, right? The last 2 years. I've noticed that teams have been just okay with leaving points, on the field. And it's almost like analytics don't matter, right? But I will say this. I think the culprit behind that is Dan Campbell. I think Dan Campbell is the reason why we're seeing like such a shift and people making these decisions as far as, going forward on 4th and, doing, weird stuff that we really haven't seen too much of in the past decade. I think you can kind of credit Dan Campbell with that because, he has an unorthodox way of playing this game for sure, or coaching this game. 4th down is a new 3rd down, without a doubt. Without a doubt. 40 points on the field. We'll see. We're down to 4:49 on the clock in the third quarter. It is 3rd and 8. Bengals trying to get a stop here and get the ball back to put it in Burrow's hand. 8 seconds on the play clock as Russell changes the play. Takes a snap. They bring 5 this time. High throw, going for it all. That is going to be dropped. Incomplete. Pickens can't reel it in. And this will lead to 4th and 8. He had it, couldn't hold on to it. And the Steelers will punt. Yeah, the game is going fast for sure. For sure. Yeah, Bills, Patriots tomorrow, 1 o'clock. We'll be on that tomorrow. Shout out to you guys. 228 viewers, 146 likes. Our next goal is that 200. So make sure you guys hit that like, hit that thumbs up. We need 54 more likes. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe, click that bell, turn on your notifications so that way you don't miss a stream. So Joe Burrow back out on the field, 27 of 33, 200 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Currently up 16-7 with 4 minutes and 42 seconds left in this third quarter, and they now have the ball back after the punt. So quick timeout, commercial break. Bills 40 points in the last 3 or 4 and 30 points in 9 games. Want to say it is now. I have to go back and look at what the Bills were averaging in the postseason, right? Because you know my mantra, put up 35. If you put up 35, you have your best shot of winning, right? Anything less than that, you're most likely going to lose. So put up 35 and maybe your defense can get some stops, right? So I got to look and see, what was their average last season and then put things together as far as, my expectations going into this postseason. But I think that's just where the Bills are. They know they have to put up anywhere between 35 to 40 points, and they play like that now. And so when you look at a team like the Chiefs and what they put up, they were averaging no more than 22, 23 points a game. And I think that speaks volumes, right? If they're not able to put up the points required in the playoffs, that's going to be a whole different conversation as well. So, we'll have to see. We will have to see. So Burrow and company will get the ball back, and they'll have it here at their 13, 1st and 10. Dave says, hey, yo, man, I don't know if you remember Nathan RVRX. This is the same one, but I made a new email. Blessings from Scottsdale. Shout out to you, bro. I don't forget a name. I remember seeing it. Shout out to you, bro. Yeah, the RVRX. That rings a bell. Brian says have to have 30 plus and defense has to hold that. That's go D. Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. We've been talking about this for the last 5 seasons now. 35 points is the goal. You put up 35, your defense should get you some quality stops. You got yourself a good opportunity of winning the game. So here we go. 1st and 10 for these Bengals as they go with the handoff here. Right side picking up about 7 as that's going to be Herbert getting it going on the ground. And we're down to 4 minutes and 22 seconds here in this third quarter. So now obviously Burrow's back in, right? There was a scare. Was he okay? Was something wrong? He did walk off the field. They checked him out in the tent. And at this point, he's back in. They start with the handoff. It's 2nd and 2. Grandy motions. 10 seconds on the play clock. Burrow takes a snap. They once again go back to the handoff here. It's a run of about 6 yards. And that is another 1st down. 1st and 10. Jay, the Bills averaged 26.5 last year. So that's in the postseason. It says most games with less than 30 points this season, not the least games. Was that last postseason? 1st and 10 for the Bengals. 10 seconds on the play clock. Steelers showing the 5-man rush as the Bengals will go to the handoff once again. So that's 3 handoffs in a row. As there's going to be a gain of about a yard, and it will be 2nd 9. So maybe that second snack was a bad idea. Listen, after that first snack, your stomach's going to talk to you and say, we don't need any more. And sometimes we just forego that because we want something that's tasty and delicious. And then we end up paying for it. Burrow just dumps this off here as this is going to be another pickup of maybe about 7 yards, maybe 8. But it is 3rd and 1. It is 3rd and 1. 8 yards for Sample there. Says got to drink some water. Got to wash it down. Wash it down. Here we go. 3rd and 1. We're down to 2 minutes and 12 seconds in this third quarter. It's flying by. As Gesicki motions, they go back to the handoff and will pick up the first down. Herbert being the workhorse now. And, moving the ball, getting first downs and keeping the clock moving. This is what's going to get you the victory that you need to potentially have an opportunity to get to the playoffs. So we're down to 1:45. It's 1st and 10. Mark says, I was literally dishing out some pie as you said that. Listen, I can do some pie. Apple pie with a little crumble top. I might have to go get that tomorrow. Here we go. Burrow drops back, looking, throws right side high. That's going to be caught by Chase. Another big first down for these Bengals, moving the ball, making it look easy. Yeah. Some of you know about that Marie Callender's Dutch apple pie with the crumble top. Comes in the thick box. Yeah, I might have to go get one of those tomorrow. Make a nice little meal. A little rotisserie chicken, green beans, potatoes, and apple pie. I'm down with that. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. As this is going to be a handoff here. Pickup of another 6 yards. 2nd and 4. Yeah. Lemon pie custard. Interesting. Okay. Peter says, that's me. I end up paying for that second snack, and I never learned. Yeah. George says, elderberry pie, yummy with the whipped topping. Interesting. Okay. Here we go. 2nd and 5. As Steelers defense going up to that line. Looks like they're bringing the blitz. 7 seconds on the play clock. And let's see if Burrow gets the playoff. I don't think he will. And that'll take us to the 4th quarter. Tatico says, Jay, can you cook scrambled eggs in the air fryer? Asking for a friend. Yo, I've never done that. I'm not even going to sit here and play with you, yo. Who's scrambling eggs in an air fryer? we got to figure this out. What? Who's scrambling eggs in air? Like, okay, you may be able to put like a just a regular egg and fry it, but scrambling? Nah. That's crazy. Tycoon, what up, man? Happy New Year, bro. Happy New Year. Says them eggs about to explode. That's what I'm saying. Like scrambled eggs in an air fryer? I don't know. I guess that's why we are overweight in this country. We eat second snacks after 9 p.m. Listen. Some days I'll have 5 snacks. Talking about a second snack. I have my morning snack, my afternoon snack, my 3 o'clock snack. I had a snack before I started this stream. I'll have a snack before I go to bed. I don't think I'm playing. I already said, babe, what do we got up there for snacks? She had to think about it. She was like, you want me to go to the store? I'm thinking about some Ben and Jerry's right now. Man. We're at the end of the third quarter, y'all. It's 16-7. and the Bengals have the ball. They're driving. Tyrone says food discipline. Now listen, I have food discipline. I know when to chill out, get back on my meal plan, get back on my salads, my fruits and salads, my cucumber water. I got food discipline, but sometimes I need some honey roasted cashews. Gotta keep things right. I snack, but I do healthy snacks. Organic cookies. Somebody's like, Jay, what the hell is organic cookies? Because ain't nothing organic about cookies. All right, Jay Bill's average points per game this year is 31.8. I love it. Without a doubt. Banana cream pie. Here we go. 2nd and 5 for these Bengals as we start the fourth quarter. 12 seconds on the play clock. Jamar Chase motions as Burrow looking. Blitz comes. He has time. Throws high. Left side. Nice stop and pause. Jamar Chase with the big first down. Let's go. Says, I'm the weird one. I put scrambled eggs with potatoes in the air fryer. Comes out like an omelet. See, I think that's different, right? You got the potatoes that kind of, create something that it's molded by. But I think if you just did the eggs alone, I don't know if that'll work. Yeah, I don't know if that'll work. The eggs with the potatoes, kind of like in an omelet, I think you got like a nice little, foundation that molds together. So, but here we go. 2nd and 8 for these Bengals. Dad Billis, what up, yo? Good to see you. Happy New Year. All right. 2nd and 8, 10 seconds on the play clock as Chase motion. Steelers showing a blitz as there's going to be a timeout called. Timeout called at 13:56 here for the Bengals. Says organic doesn't mean good for you. Arsenic is organic. Yeah. Jay's $1 million idea, organic cookies. Oh yeah. Listen, if you put organic in front of anything, it's gonna sell like hotcakes. You just gotta make it taste good. That's all. You can figure out a way to make organic cookies. Got yourself $1 million idea. Let's believe it. Shout out to you, Smashley. Good to see you. Happy New Year. Let's go. Daddy Nowski says if Bills win, they in. Or Bengals win, they in. Even when Baltimore won. The Bengals need to win. They also need the Broncos and the Dolphins to lose. As this is going to be tossed left side, and that's a loss of about 3 yards. It's now 3rd down. Yeah, so 3 things need to happen. They need to win tonight, and they also need the Broncos to lose and the Dolphins to lose, and the Bengals will be in. So 2-yard loss for Herbert as it's now 3rd and 9 at the 21 here for the Bengals. Yeah. Here we go. 10 seconds on the play clock as Burrow changing the play. Steelers bring the blitz as Burrow steps up, tosses it, gets rid of it. That's a nice move. Hits all the way down to about the 9. It is 1st and goal. Good pickup for these Bengals. Dave says, I'll be putting 200 on the Chiefs to win Super Bowl and making it a little waiting game till Super Bowl, but I'm going to follow the script. Hudson for the 11-yard catch gets these Bengals down to the Steelers 10. It's 1st and goal. See, me, we joke about the script, but I don't really believe there's a script. Right? You can't tell me that 11, close to, 1,100 players, somewhere around there, are in on the script. You mean tell me everybody read this script? Somebody ain't somebody ain't got it wrong. They all got the script and they all on point. Or it says, take that bet, Jay. What is it right now? What's the odds? I just want to know what the odds are. I'll tell you right now if the Chiefs go and do it. Tell me what the odds are for them to win the Super Bowl. Here we go. 2nd and goal. Burrow throws left side. That's going to be caught. Makes some space. Grandy gets all the way down to the 2. And that's going to be 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Homemade deer jerky. Let's go. All right. Did he step out? No. Losivas gets him down to about the 3rd and goal there. It says NDA. I mean, like I said, if you want to believe it, you could believe it. Me personally, like I said, we joke about it all the time. I just don't think that many people can be in on the script. Now, if you want my real take on it, you don't have to have a script. You can just rig it by the refs. Because that's the easiest way to do it. For me, you can't script 1,000 players to do what you want them to do. But guess what? You can script those 5 individuals on the field and call them and have them make decisions. That's my take on it. But like I said, I don't believe in the whole script thing. Shout out to you, Tatico. Says, Jay, it's like everyone in Nashville wants the Titans to tank, but there's certain players who just aren't going to do that, bro. It's pride. That's what I'm saying. But here we go. 3rd and goal. 5 seconds on the play clock. Burrow looking, throws high, and that's going to be incomplete. And now 4th and goal, and they'll kick another field goal. Refs can be the MVP this year. Dave says, I'm an athlete myself. Sports is goofy when trying to entertain for money. Eric says, if you paid me millions to pay my favorite game ever, I'm tight-lipped. Like I said, I just don't think that you can have that many people follow a script. Field goal is up. It is good. Score is now 19-7. 11 minutes left in this 4th quarter. And what looks like the Bengals holding down a strong lead. Quick timeout, commercial break. Only the refs need the script. They then conduct the plan. Like I said, I don't feel like there's a script. I do feel like the refs can be influenced for sure. Because they're the ones that can really slow things down or speed things up. Like, for instance, we have 9 flags on the board. When's the last time we seen that? We had the over at 25. There's 9 flags on the board. This game has been zooming by. The last game we streamed, we had 27 flags. We got 9 and we're 11 minutes into the 4th quarter. Just something to think about. Mark says, just watch a Raiders game. No one can make that up. Not the Raiders game. He's like, listen, can't nobody write what's going on with these Raiders. This is just the worst. Bro King says, Coach Tomlin needs to make decisions with no emotions. Yeah. But I also think that Russell Wilson, and I need to choose my words correctly here, I think that Russell Wilson is a good quarterback. But I'm not sure if he has that competitive edge to go out and win the way that he needs to at the end of the season. So your defense is trying to do as much as it can, but you're also not putting up the points needed to outbeat Joe Burrow. So Dave says I'd hire Antonio Brown for the Steelers head coaching position. Could you imagine Antonio Brown coaching the Steelers? Oh my goodness. That is insane. Absolutely insane. We got 11 minutes and 2 seconds left in this fourth quarter, y'all. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. Score is 19-7. And after the field goal, the Steelers will be receiving the ball here. Wow. Yo. Jason Bills fan, yeah, man, we're doing it tomorrow. We're doing it tomorrow. Bro, he's almost there making these new award shows. Listen, Antonio Brown will not be coaching in the NFL. Didn't he have like an arena football team and then lost it because he didn't pay his dues or something like that? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard he had an arena football team, but he couldn't pay for it or something. I don't know. I got like the little finite details of it, but not the whole story. So I don't think he's going to be coaching any NFL team. You know, maybe he'll do like Pee Wee or something like that, or maybe he'll get invited out to a high school. But professionally, I don't know. But here we go. 1st and 10 for these Steelers as Pickens motions, 8 seconds on the play clock. And here we go. As Russell takes a snap, quick throw right side. That's going to be caught. Pickup of about 5 yards. 2nd and 5. He spent the money all at the. Oh my goodness. He was over there with Deshaun, huh? 2nd and 5 as Russell looks, throws right side. This is going to be caught. That is a nice first down. Great pickup there, and the Steelers will move the chains. Ward says, Jay, I've slightly used Diggs' jersey up for grabs. You want to give it away? Another right side throw to Frere move. This is going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Clock stops at 10 minutes and 9 seconds. We need a 24/7 J channel. Well, listen, we got the morning show coming Monday through Friday. So be here January 6th, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. It's going to be good time. Sports talk, trends, news, all the good stuff. Make sure you're here for it. It's going to be wonderful. I'm excited for it. And we're going to get to the business. We're going to get to the business and have a great day talking about all the stuff that we want to talk about. So make sure you're here for it Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. through 12 p.m., the morning show, Coffee with Jay. That's how we doing it, y'all. Coffee with Jay. All right, 3rd and 2. Steelers need to pick up this first down as the Bengals showing a 5-man rush here. 10 seconds on the play clock. Russell takes the snap, looking, quick throw, just checks it down, and they'll pick up the first down. Got a sick Tupac Shakur tee with Khalil Shakir on it. It's so sick. Nice. Let's go. Shout out to Charles Ford for liking the stream over on Facebook. I appreciate you. Let's go. Quick snap. Wilson looking, throws left side to Harris, breaks a tackle, still going, makes another move, fighting for every yard as he will pick up the first down and some. 9 minutes on the clock and rolling, and unfortunately, Harris is down on the field, needing to be checked out. We'll take an injury timeout. Shout out to you, Jeffrey. Says morning show sponsored by Kraft Blue Cheese Dressing. We'll see. I'll send it to you. All right, yeah. I'll send me an email. I'll drop you the address. Unfortunately. What kind of lost me while betting at the sports MGM next to the Cardinal Stadium? Won a lot, but sports betting turned into analytics and numbers. Took the fun out of sports. At 25 years isn't good. I mean, sports betting has never been fun. right? I can sit here and tell you, I've won thousands sports betting, and I've lost some money too. But I've won more than I've lost, and so that's obviously the goal that everyone wants when it comes to sports betting. The problem with sports betting is it's always been in the sportsbook favor, right? No one's making millions of dollars off of sports betting unless you're betting millions of dollars. So when let's say you go on a parlay and you win 30,000, right? They're looking at it like, yeah, you won 30,000, but you're probably going to give half that back chasing another 30 or more. Or if you're crazy, all right, let me put in this 30 and try and turn it into 100. And then that's how they come back and get you. So me personally, I stopped. Not because I was losing, but because it was ruining the integrity of the game for me. And I wouldn't be able to sit here and talk football and stream these games with you guys without feeling like a nervous wreck while I'm sure. Could you imagine? I've got 10 grand on the Steelers right now, and I'm sitting here trying to stream the game. Like, could you imagine? I got 10 grand on the Steelers right now, and I'm trying to stream the game. How, like, what kind of experience and entertainment am I giving if I know I got that amount of money on the line? It just wouldn't make sense. So that's why I don't do it. So here we go. 1st and 10 for these Steelers. As Russell takes a snap, pressure, quick throw. Pickens reels it in but drops it. And that's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Says, I haven't worked since 2000. Well, shout out to you, Bob. Hope you're okay, man. Without a doubt. Mark says, I'll bet you anything I can quit gambling right now. Yeah. Bob, hope you're okay, man. I know, we've talked and you've shared some things, so I hope you're doing well and I hope your health has gotten better. I appreciate you, bro. Nice little scramble here by Wilson. He picks up 12 yards fighting for the first down. It's now 1st and 10 at the Bengals 19. Shadi says this was his one shot to catch the ball. He's been a non-factor all game. He caught two passes that I can think of that's actually been viable, as this is going to be another catch right side to Freiermuth. Nobody's over there. That's going to be a touchdown. We haven't said that in a while. That's going to be a touchdown for Freiermuth. And, that's going to make things a little interesting here, right? Just a little bit. Shout out to you, Melvin. What up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. So now, right, get the extra point. That'll make it a 5-point game. And so you're going to have to try to not only move the ball, but score again. You can't run out the clock. You're going to have to score again to kind of get some security behind this game here. Says, if you don't mind me asking, I remember I commented when you asked for tips for your app or website you're creating. How's that going so far? Yeah, no, we can talk about it. The app is going good, so we're still under development. There's a lot that I want to do, so it's going to take time, but 100% is being done. So, yeah, the app is going to, for me, I think this is, with the resources that I'm willing to put into it, I think it's going to be not only different, but it's going to be something that I know that you guys will enjoy and that will be great and have the functionality that it needs to. 100%. Shout out to you, bro. Happy New Year's, Melvin. Let's go, yo. Happy New Year's to you and yours as well. So quick timeout commercial break as the Steelers just scored, making it a 5-point game. It's 19-14. 8 minutes and 7 seconds left in this fourth quarter, and the Steelers will be sending it back to the Bengals after this quick timeout commercial break. We're at 166 likes. Our next goal is 200. If you have not, make sure that you do hit that like, hit that thumbs up. We need 33 more likes, 33 more thumbs up to get to that 200. So make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe. Click that bell, turn on your notifications so that you don't miss stream. Shout out to you guys. Dave says, I'd love to be a part of it for free, no compensation, man. If you ever need any extra hands, no need of adding my name or getting money. Would love to help and can verify our work for the U.S. Embassy. Dave, send me an email. Send me an email, bro. I'll sign an NDA. I got you, bro. Yeah, send me an email. Let's chop it up. I'll include it in the chat for you. Send me an email and we'll chop it up. I got some good lawyers around me, so I'm not worried. We'll make sure it's on the up and up. But yeah, there's my email, bro. All right. Scores 19-14, 8 minutes and 7 seconds left in this fourth quarter. All right, bro. I mean, I wouldn't really tell the people. I would just take that one out. All right. So here we go. Steelers will send it back to the Bengals. 8 minutes on the clock. We'll have to see exactly what Zach Taylor has in plan to get these Bengals back down the field. So they'll start at about the 28, 1st and 10. Terrible towels. Yeah, we'll see. Supposed to get 18 inches of snow. Man, listen. We were supposed to get all the snow, but we've been lucky, and it's just been passing us and going up and all that stuff. So I'm not complaining. It is cold, though. It's really cold. So here we go. 1st and 10. As we have motion by Higgins. Burrow takes a snap, looking, rolls right, quick throw, batted down, incomplete. Now, you need the clock to roll. So I would think you'd start off with the run, right? You start with the run, keep the defense honest. But you start off with that pass, get it incomplete. Now the clock stops, right? You've got the lead. You obviously need to get down the field, but you need to run this clock. So not starting with the run kind of doesn't make sense to me. But hey, 2nd and 10. 10 seconds on the play clock. Burrow changing the play. Takes a snap here. Pressure comes. Watt almost reeled him in, as this is going to be caught. 1st down. What a catch by Gesicki. This man has been balling out. 14 yards on the catch as they get to the 41, 1st and 10. Clock still ticking. 7 minutes and 30 seconds as it rolls. Checks it down left side. This will be a loss of 4 yards now. 2nd down. 18 degrees feels like 7. Yeah, that's let's see here. That's kind of where we're looking at. Yeah, 22 feels like 4. Yeah, it's ridiculous outside. It's not fun at all. So, here we go. 2nd and 14. 4 seconds on the play clock. We're down to 6 minutes and some change as Burrow throws high, incomplete, and there's a lot of contact there. A lot of contact by Porter, but they're letting him play. It's now 3rd and 14. So like I said, right, you're throwing that ball. You're leaving a lot of time on the clock here. And I was wondering what Zach Taylor would do, and he decided to come out with, the throwing plan. The run was working well the last possession. or the last series rather. The ball, the run was working on the last season, so why change it up from that? Why start making Burrow throw? I don't get it, but here we go. It's 3rd and 14. 5 seconds on the play clock. Pressure. Burrow looks, high throw. This is going to be caught, as this will be Gesicki down to the 45. 4th and about 5. So the offense will come off the field and they'll punt it away. So I am not sure. Yeah. Confused by this. It's bone chilling out in, it's cold, without a doubt. Watt always looks like he shot out of a cannon at the snap. 100%. That man is a monster. As this is going to be reeled in, good special teams getting the stop, holding the Steelers at the 10. And that's where they will start with 5 minutes and 54 seconds on the clock. Quick little timeout, commercial break. I think there was a missed opportunity there, with all the passing. But hey, maybe they feel like their defense can do enough to get the ball back, and they'll have it for the last possession. So says, I worked there when I was 19. That was so many moons ago. TJ timed it perfectly. Yeah, he's excellent off the line. His IQ is definitely at elite level. 1st and 10 for the Steelers as Russell back in the shotgun. Bengals show a 4-man rush, quick throw left side, not on the same page as Warren, as it looks like this ball may have been tipped. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. Here comes the flags. We got 9. It's been holding strong. 9 flags. It's wild. We have not had a flag since, I think, the beginning of the 3rd quarter. As this is going to be tossed here right side now over to Freiermuth. That's for 9 yards. It's now 3rd and 1 at the Steelers 20. Jeffrey says, bone chilling was reason I moved to the Philippines, but I'd still take a couple of 20-degree days anytime compared to the 90s every day. There's only so much clothes that you can take off. And, but you gotta bundle up when it gets cold for sure. As it's now incomplete over to Pickens, 4th and 1. And we're going to see as far as what do you go for it at your own 21? That's the question. They're punting. Why wouldn't they go for it? You're at your own 21. It's 1 yard. You don't really trust Wilson to get that yard. Yeah. They're saying that this ball was touched? No. They're saying that the Bengals touched this ball. This ball touched. Oh, it touched Ivy's foot. He kicked it. And the Steelers will get the ball. Oh, my goodness. Where is your awareness on the field? Ivy kicks the ball. Steelers will retain it. Hayward slides in, picks it right up before sliding out of bounds. And now the Steelers will have the ball back in Bengals territory. You can't make it up. You can't make this up. Not at all. This is crazy. This is great. What a play by Hayward. Being in position, being focused to get that ball and hold on to it. As now the Steelers have it back at the Bengals 38. So here we go. 5 minutes and 14 seconds on the clock. 1st and 10. Russell back with the ball in his hand. Takes a snap. Quick throw, high, incomplete. Now, Russell threw this ball way too high for Pickens. You put that ball in his chest. He's right there. He's only 6 yards in front of you. No one's in front of him. Throw that ball in his chest. That is way too high. Slips right through his hands. Russell should have put that through the numbers. But here we go. 2nd and 10. Don't get me wrong. Pickens definitely could have caught it, but it should have been in the numbers. Russell, right side throw going back to Freiermuth now, and he will pick up about 9. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Says Pickens is just not on it tonight. Yeah, he's definitely been streaky tonight. He's had a couple of significant drops for sure. But Russell, like I said, Russell threw a little too high. You see the man's open, put it right in the numbers, and Pickens hopefully can get it together. But here we go, 1st and 10. You got 4 minutes to go. You're trying to get a W. You got to get it together fast. 1st and 10, little toss, right side, tries to make a move, only picks up a yard. It's now 2nd and 9. Tyrone says, go Steelers. What up, Safari? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, it's Saturday Night Football. We are here for Saturday Night Football, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, the Steelers can get 7 here. They'll take the lead as Russell goes down. That's going to be a 7-yard sack, and that's going to lead to 3rd and long. Hendrickson coming through, making a strong play, and it's now 3rd and 15 at the Bengals 33. These are the moments where Russell has a clear pass to the right, step up, run right if you need to. The awareness is, just not there as much as it used to be. And that's why you're starting to see him, take those kind of sacks. But here we go, 3rd and 15, 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock as Russell takes a snap, pressure, looks, throws high, end zone. That's going to be broken up, incomplete. No flags. 4th and 15. Now you got to wait. There's a flag. Oh my goodness. Don't do it. Don't do it. You. That's flag number 10. Yo. So what are we saying here? Is that going to be holding on the defense? Wow. No. So they call offensive holding. And now that's going to back up the Steelers out of field goal range. It's now 3rd and 25 at the 43. Well, there you go. Steve, what up, man? Good to see you, bro. We got ourselves a very interesting game right now. At this point, you're trying to get at least to the 30 and then go for it with 3:19 on the clock. Quick throw. This is going to be caught by Freiermuth. You'll get to the 36, it looks like. It's now 4th and 19. They'll bring out Boswell to kick the field goal. All right. Shout out to you, Days. I appreciate you, bro. I'll check it out. Darno, what up, yo? Good to see you. Good to see you. So here we go. 54-yard attempt. It is up. It is good. And there it is. Got ourselves a 2-point game. It's 19-17 with 2 minutes and 39 seconds on the clock. I have a question. What was the odds for this game before it started? I have a question. What was the odds? What were the odds before this game started? I'm pretty sure it was Bengals by 2.5. Pretty sure of that, if I'm not mistaken. This is 8 seconds of the script. Yo. Third and forever, yeah, man. They got 3 timeouts, yeah. I mean, Steelers got 3 timeouts. Bengals have 1 timeout. So, but if the Bengals just move the ball, Bengals need 3 first downs. So, Bengals by 3. They may have moved the line right before kickoff, but it was 2.5. 2.5 way before the game started. Bengals left side rumbling all the way down to the 44 with 2:29 on the clock as Burrow and company comes out on the field. Comes down to ball management. Randy, I got 2.5. It was 2.5. Wild. So 2:29 on the clock. It's 1st and 10 at the 44 for the Bengals. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Burrow trying to get a potential shot at the playoffs with the win tonight with a 2-point lead. They go with the handoff right up the gut. This is going to be maybe 2 on the carry. It's now 2nd and 8 from the 46. Shout out to you, Bob. Says the refs get a free microwave if they get 2 more PI calls. Steelers are going to use a timeout here. Like I said, the Bengals, well, yeah, they need 2 first downs. 2 first downs, they win the game. 3 runs and a throw should take place. Okay. Yeah, like I said, 2 first downs. Now, unless something magical happens for the Steelers, like a pick or a, fumble, something crazy, I'm thinking Joe Burrow is going to look to Jamar Chase to try and pick up these first downs. Quick throw over to Chase on the screen. It's so easy to call. It was so predictable. That's going to be about 5, maybe 6 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and about 4. That was so easy. So easy. Magic. Yeah, it's magic. We're down to 2:19 as the Steelers are going to call another timeout here to stop the clock. And shout out to you, Dan. I see you, bro. Yeah. Says McFresh says, are the Bengals gone? Make the playoffs. I see a Cinderella story. Well, you still need the Broncos and the Dolphins to lose. So this is one of 3 things that needs to happen. Bengals winning, Dolphins lose, Broncos lose, Bengals make the playoffs. So here we go. 3rd and 3. Chase motions to the left. 2:19 on the clock. Bengals need 3 yards. Burrow takes a snap. Pressure. Looking. Rolls left. Gets out of trouble. No, he goes down. And it's 4th down and long, and they will punt back to the Steelers with 2 minutes left on the clock and 1 timeout. Starting to get interesting. Starting to get a little interesting. I think Burrow took too long. I think he took too long back there. Then he tried to get out of it. He ended up getting tripped up. I think you take your opportunity or your chances on Chase on that slant. Get rid of that ball as fast as you can. But he didn't take that shot. So now they will punt back to the Steelers, who will have it after the 2-minute warning. Quick little timeout. Commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. quick shout out to Kamal for liking the stream. I appreciate you, bro. Also, Charles Ford for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Let's go. Very interesting game we got here. 2-point game. Bengals are up 19-17. They will punt the ball back to the Steelers, who will have 2 minutes and 1 timeout. 2 minutes and 1 timeout to make it work. So Bengals better win at 1. Okay, if you do. Here's where Wilson has to use his legs. D will be too worried about the pass. I agree. Says, is this for you to play the song Black and Yellow? I wish I could. But unfortunately, I don't want to get hit with the copyright stuff. So, Happy New Year, Safari. Shout out to you. Happy New Year. Snow's starting to pick up just a little bit. It's 4th and 14. And, if you're the Steelers, you're hoping for, a bad punt, get you some good field position. They will be punting it here, looks like from the 26. So here we go. Kick is off. And not bad. Gets all the way to the 20, slips up, goes down. Steelers will take it here from the 25. Minute 51 on the clock. 1 timeout. Russell Wilson. Can he do it? Can he drive down this field and put Boswell in a good situation? That is the question. Shout out to you guys. 379 viewers, 192 likes now. We need 8 more likes, 8 more thumbs up to get to that 200 mark. So make sure you guys hit that that thumbs up. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe. Click that bell, turn on your notifications so you don't miss a stream. Here we go. 1st and 10 as Russell takes a snap. Pressure looking, has time, rolls right, throws a check down to Harris. That's going to be a loss of 2 yards. It's now 2nd and 12. They're going backwards as Davis Gaither makes the play. 2nd and 12. We're down to a minute 33. Steelers have 1 timeout. Russell takes a snap, looking, steps up, throws left, gets over to Freiermuth. He does not get out of bounds. That clock is rolling. They get maybe those 2 yards back. It's going to be 3rd and 10. He can, if he doesn't, throw to Pickett. Pickett's the one that's probably going to make a play now. Watch. As Russell looks, throws high. This is going to be caught. Freiermuth. Oh, reliable. Making a good play. 17 yards. Gets the Steelers down to the 42. 1st and 10. So now this is where you need that speed, right? You need that speed. You need some solid hands. Maybe Pickett can make a play. As Russell rolls right side. Nope, he's going to keep it himself, but does not get out of bounds. I don't think that was a good idea. As the clock is rolling, 35 seconds. It's 2nd down. You do have a timeout, but you're going to send it back out and make a quick play. So 2nd and 6. Everyone gets set. Russell takes a snap, looking in trouble, can't get out of it. Got to use that timeout now. 20 seconds, and it's 3rd and about 11 now after that sack. That was not a good play to have him scramble. You want him to look down that field and find somebody to throw to get that ball in field goal position. I didn't like the play call. He didn't even run out to get out of bounds. He just ran out to the flat and then up. You would think as a veteran quarterback, you're running as fast as you can to pick up 2 or 3 yards, but get out of bounds. It's 3rd and 12. 3rd and 12. Yeah, they just need a field goal. It's like all you need is a field goal. Like, I don't get it. But, 2-point game, 20 seconds on the clock, 3rd and 12. Here we go. Bengals back in the prevent as Russell takes a snap, looking, backpedaling, in trouble, throws high. That's going to be incomplete to Pickens. Oh, what a night Pickens has been having. One of the worst in his career. When you need this individual to step up and get a catch, he has not been there. And unfortunately, the ball was a little overthrown, but it's been a rough night for Pickens. For sure. It's now 4th and 12, 15 seconds on the clock. You have no more timeouts. So even if you get the first down, it's got to be out of bounds. And then you may have enough time for one more play. So here we go. 4th and 12. 4 seconds on the play clock. Are they just going to take a delay? No. Bengals took a timeout. Bengals took a timeout. Man, this is why I said what I said earlier about Russell. Great guy, talented, but I think the edge is starting to wear off. Right? Starting to slow down a little bit. The game is becoming a little faster for him. And so now you're in a position to where you need to just get a field goal. You need to go about 25 yards in 15 seconds. So here we go. 4th and 12. Russell takes a snap, looks, high, throw, incomplete. No flags. Yo, listen, I'm not even laughing at Russell or the Steelers. I'm laughing at the spread right now. The spread was 2.5. Do with that information what you will. 2.5. So there you go. There you go. Joe Burrow's going to kneel this down. Victory formation. They have completed one task out of 3 to head to the playoffs. With that said, they still need the Broncos to lose as well as the Dolphins. So we will know tomorrow if that is going to happen. Shout out to the Wrench Gang. Shout out to the family, all the listeners, all the watchers. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. If I don't see you tomorrow, make sure that you are here for our morning show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Subscribe, lock it in. In the meantime, have yourself a great Saturday night. I'll see you all tomorrow for the Bills versus the Patriots. And, hey, Bengals, it could be a Cinderella story. Have yourself a great night.